out of the womb. I mean, I get it, I guess. No, I don't. Look, I can't wait to see how that act, plays this time around in the NFL. Believe me, I know he's had a ton of success, and I know this guy can coach. Of course the guy can coach. Now, back in the day, he didn't have this kind of kook factor. He was not nearly this kooky back when he coached at Frisco. And kooky generally does not play with the level of kookiness that this guy brings to it and whether or not it hits and how it hits on the pro level. You know, if Harbaugh basically feels like he's on top of the world right now, fresh out of the womb, and remembers what it sounded like to come out of the womb, I wonder how big Mike McCarthy feels right about now. If Harbaugh's just coming out of the womb, then the big fella, Mike McCarthy, is going into a football grave. Because as we've been talking about all season long, Big Mike is a big, fat, lame duck with no contract beyond this season. Well, Big Mike is not that happy about that. He told the Dallas Morning News yesterday, quote, "This is a challenge. This goes both ways. You pour energy into yourself and you bet on yourself, and the odds tilt in your favor." My man, how are you betting on yourself? You can't throw it. You can't catch it. You can't block. You can't tackle. Exactly what are you betting on? You're a big, fat, lame duck who went into the tank when Green Bay came into your house, but you're betting on yourself? I don't know, dude. I wouldn't. Like, when we owned horses and I knew we had no chance of winning, I never bet on that horse. That's like you, dude. You're going into the gate at 100-1 odds. I would not put any money on yourself. Now we're done. The ones who get it done. Grainger is offering supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as access to product experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call or click Grainger.com or stop on by. I know, short and to the point. Have a great day. See you tomorrow, Rob. Okay, picture this. It's Friday afternoon when a thought hits you. I can spend another weekend doing the same old whatever, or I can hop into my all-new Hyundai Santa Fe and hit the road. With available H-Track all-wheel drive and 3-row seating, my entire family can head deep into the wild. Conquer the weekend in the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
Anthony smokes one to deep right field. That baby is long gone. Way out. Another two-run homer for the Orioles. And they lead this game 6-1.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 888-228-5447 or visit elitepoolsnc.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Did you hear? It's Christmas in July at the new Doug Henry of Greenville. The Christmas tree is hung with a discount for you to pick up from Doug Henry of Greenville. Right on the corner and right on the price. With good old St. Nick spreading Christmas cheer. It's Christmas in July. Doug Henry of Greenville has the biggest inventory of used cars around. Doug Henry, right on the price, right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial. Visit them today for your new car or check them out at DougHenryGreenville.com.
Wings Over has been upgraded. Check out their new website at wingsover.com, their brand new ordering experience on their app, and the improved loyalty program with easier rewards to achieve. Sign up today to get monthly promotions directly into your account. Wings Over has not only upgraded the ordering experience, but the food as well. Coming soon are brand new sauces, a revamp of the traditional buffalo sauce line, and new food items. Keep an eye out on their social media platforms for updates and special promotions. As always, Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Wings Over, they deliver.
Looking for physical therapy near you? Have you had orthopedic surgery, a work or sports injury, or a medical condition that has limited your day-to-day activities? At ENC Physical Therapy, we strive to provide one-on-one care with a personalized treatment plan with little to no wait times for initial evaluation. ENC Physical Therapy is located in Washington, a convenient 20-minute drive from Greenville. As a patient, you have options and the right to choose where to go. So give ENC Physical Therapy a call today at 252-495-0018. ENC Physical Therapy.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
Told Naylor's joining us. How do you personally look at that tied for 7th that the media picked ECU?
It definitely doesn't make me happy. I mean, look, yeah, we won 2 games last year, but we're also ECU in a conference where we should be the top dog. So it kind of pisses me off, and hopefully it does the team a little bit too. But you got to use that as motivation because no one ever comes to ECU and, wants to go finish 7th in the conference. So I don't know how you see it and think anything other than let's go prove them wrong.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
You already know, my guy.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
Hey, you ought to see me in the summertime. Drop that, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah, I missed the lunch meeting today.
I love Food Line's magazine section, and I love using the bathroom and clogging it up.
That's nuts.
I smash anybody's grandma.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Tell you what, I'm a turtle saver.
I don't like Cocky Clip.
Where is Clip? Clip, what's up, dude?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here in the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927fm.com. And we'd love for you to be a part of our show. We want a lot of participation from you today, because we have a couple of in-studio guests and a phone guest on today's program. And we'd like for you to chime in on those topics. One of those topics will be East Carolina basketball. Mike Schwartz will join us coming up 4 o'clock inside the Pirate Radio studios. If you have a question you'd like for me to pass along to Coach Schwartz, you can type it on Facebook, on YouTube, or on X, and I'll do my best to pass those along. I already got a lot of listener questions to ask Coach Schwartz, a few of my own, and we'll ask some of yours as well. Coach Schwartz joins us hour 2 of today's show. Coach Hud joins us hour 3. If you got any football questions, we got media days going on, lists and rankings and all that jazz. as we gear up for the 2024 season. East Carolina will begin fall camp a week from today. They'll be on the practice fields. Alex Harper will be working his tail off in the hot summer heat. But it'll all pay off this football season. All the hard work will pay off for these Pirates. All right, got those two interviews. Got Jeff Nadu as well. We'll continue to bounce around the conferences and preview the college football conferences. We've talked American. We've talked ACC. Today, we'll talk about the Big 12. What is the Big 12? What a hodgepodge of teams from the old Big 8 to the old Pac-12, to the old Big East. They've all come together to form some weird conference. Who are the front runners there? Who's got a chance to make it to the playoff? We'll break it all down with Jeff Nadu coming up in hour number 1. Shirley Rhodes is here on a Thursday. Mark supervising the crew. Alex Harper. I love this word. Is it penultimate? Is that the word? Like, it's not his last day, but it's his next to last day. And he's got a little bit of senioritis, but I do think he wants to finish strong here. And he'll still be around, but as far as his normal appearances on Pirate Radio, they're coming to an end on Friday. Alex, we are grateful to have you here today. Hello.
Appreciate you, man.
What you eating?
Some trail mix.
Nice. All right. Good stuff.
Yeah, it won't be my last time being on the show Friday.
No.
I'll be back. Little tease, possible reoccurring appearance on Mondays.
That would be awesome. After ECU football, we'll get Alex in here to talk about the good, the bad, and hopefully not a lot of ugly. Speaking of ugly, this guy's not ugly. He's handsome. And he's not on my right side. He is left side.
Strong side.
The handsome one himself, Chandler Honeycutt.
Oh, you don't mean that. You don't mean that.
I don't know if I would say you're classically handsome. I don't know if I'm the one to judge that necessarily as well. And you shouldn't really care what I think about your appearance.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But you got a look about you. Well, is Alex?
Is there any charm there?
Oh, you've got charm. You've got charm in spades, my friend. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Happy Thursday to you.
Yeah.
Great questions last night at AJ McMurphy's for sports trivia.
Did a lot of Olympics last night.
Yes, a lot of Olympics. And Zach Kaplan was there. Was not there. He hasn't been there in a couple weeks, I think, but did not get as upset as I thought he would because there was some questions we had, answers that we had. We went with Greg Anthony Davis.
So I do a before and after question, and it was this former UNLV guard turned analyst, and I showed a picture of Greg Anthony. And this first time Team USA basketball player who averaged 26 points per game last NBA season, and you connect the names. For example,
LeBron James Harden,
Alex Harper Lee, Clip Brock Lesnar, Tyson Chandler Honeycutt. We got it? So the answer was Greg Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Zach Kaplan rolls up there, all confident and brash, and says Greg Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
And immediately knew he screwed up. And
I totally forgot about Anthony Edwards. And I will take the blame for that because I am the one that said Greg Anthony Davis. Take it up there right now. No questions asked. That's the answer. And it was wrong. As soon as he came back, I was like, oh, yeah, there's Anthony Edwards on that team, too. So that was a mistake.
Y'all finished third, I believe, out of 6 teams last night. Come on out next Wednesday night. Fun time. Sports trivia at AJ's.
We've had some good crowds the past few weeks. And I feel like in the summertime, it's kind of different. You can get kind of light there on the what they call the upstairs of AJ McMurphy's. There's only one step. But there's not a lot of people. I feel like in the past, this summer, it's been different. There's been a lot of people. So come out. get your trivia on. We need Earl to get his crew in there because I feel like that would be another great group to join the trivia family.
I'll tell you who was there last night. Garrett, a.k.a. Jarrett.
A.k.a. Edwin, a.k.a. Kid Rock.
And his team won, and I think he helped out quite a bit. He is shown to be pretty sharp when it comes to sports knowledge. So,
yes.
Young Jarrett, congratulations to him and his crew, which is his team. Their team name is We Still Love Joe Dooley.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right.
By the way, Alex, I do want to say you're not supposed to be eating in Studio B.
That is true. But Alex kind of is a guy that plays by his own rules. He's like, what are you going to do, fire me?
Yeah.
He's in a pretty good spot here. He doesn't get paid, so like he doesn't care really if he gets fired or not.
Yeah.
So he can do what he wants to.
But
I'll be sad if I did.
If you got fired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd just be more free time, though.
But it is his like second to last day here.
Yeah.
For like consistently.
Right.
It'll be the last day until September 2nd.
Yeah.
We got to go a whole month without Alex Harper. Can I text you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. When Shirley gets back, Steve, I'll read your soundbite comments. Jerry says, hello.
Hey, Jerry, how are you?
He won't be able to tell us because he said he has a meeting shortly and is going to miss the start of the show. He actually typed that before the show began. Jamie says, hey now, ta-ta tutti, cha-cha-chani. Chad says, bang, bang, chat gang. Derek said, how many are on the basketball roster? All right, Derek, there's a question I will ask Coach Schwartz. Chad said, when will the Schnappa shirts be ready? Well, Chad, that was a scam. That was basically, there were never any shirts.
Thanks for your money, idiot.
Got him.
Got him. And he bought a shirt for Jamie.
LOL, JK.
That is a good Ellerby question. Ellerby is
not here.
MIA.
He's not with us.
He is not with us.
He's in Florida. With his son's baseball team, the All-Star
I wonder if their
team.
team's alive.
I will. Can you text Ellerby? My phone's in there.
Mark told me they have won 2 games and lost 1.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about the shirts.
Oh. Oh, that's right. I forgot you don't care about. Yeah.
Don't care.
You don't care. That's right.
We do not care.
We do not care. Let's ask if, say, the people are asking. Can we get an update on the.
And by people, we mean one person.
But a VIP.
Yeah.
Chad. Who was responsible for 2 of those shirts that were sold.
Indeed.
Because he is picking one up for Jamie. Let's see. Robert says Patrick Justin McAfee back on College Game Day.
Great decision.
You like that?
You know who else is back?
Lee Corso.
Lee Corso is back.
Well, he
That is
deserves to
crazy.
go out the way he wants to.
I really hope this is because he wants to do it.
1,000%.
But good for him. But like, man,
I don't think he adds any value to that show anymore except putting on the mascot head. And Lee Corso is one of those guys, like, you don't turn Lee Corso away.
Yeah.
If he wants to stay, you let him stay.
Yeah, it'll get to a point
And the
where
mascot
he
head is something that, like, as long as Lee Corso's doing it, will never get old.
Yeah.
Unlike Lee Corso.
Chad said
who is old.
O's win in 10. In 10, they were up 6-0. Did they Marlins come back? Wow, 7-6. Orioles win. Connor Norby home run. We'll have the audio of that a little bit later on our show.
Got to give a shout out to my dad's friend.
Clark, my friend.
Yeah, my dad, Clark's college buddy. We were in a group chat together. He put down, I don't know how much he put down, but plus 700 for a Connor Norby home run.
That son of a gun.
And got it on the first at bat for Connor Norby. So went Oppo, and then great catch.
Oppo Guapo.
Oppo Guapo. Great catch by the bullpen guy who caught it with his hat.
Yeah, love a good hat catch. Steve says, I need to get back to trivia soon to lift my team to victory. Yes, you do, Steve. We have missed you the past few Wednesdays. Jamie says, no All-Stars today except the Pirate Radio Live crew. What's that mean?
We're an all-star team.
No all-star teams coming in studio. We are an all-star team.
Thank you, Jamie. But don't fret. We got the Winterville All-Stars rolling in here tomorrow. I like this, man. I like talking to the kids, getting to know their favorite players. They bring an energy to the studio.
Yeah.
A youthful exuberance. Shirley, welcome back. Steve Hill says Clipper. Go Gator.
Go Gator.
Burgley.
Burgley.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Shirley. And Steve appreciates that. PJ says second at bat for Connor.
Oh, it was the second?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Would you like to comment on that?
No, I was wrong. I apologize. Thanks for correcting.
PJ.
Connor Norby goes the other way. Fly ball driven out to right and into the hat of Cianel Perez and the Orioles bullpen. Connor Norby's second major league home run goes right to a teammate, and the Orioles have scored in all 4 innings today. Wow.
How about a backside bomb?
Wow.
Backside bomb. Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
Chad, this is a little lowbrow. Should I read this? Corso coming back is weekend at Bernie's-esque. The only reason I'll read it is because he had the esque, and we had that that conversation on the show today. Or as Chandler would say,
Bernie's-esque.
Weekend at Bernie's-esque. Jamie says, does the teammate sell Norby the ball back? Boy, if he's a real butthole, yeah. Just give him the ball. They're all making money. They're in the majors. Great start. You know what? I don't want to just throw words around. Good start for Gavin Williams. The Gavin issue, and there's 2. One, he gave up a 3-run home run to Javi Baez. But the issue that continues from last year, the Guardians never score runs for him. We talked about this with Gavin after a season last year. And, you know, he can't come out and say, hey, guys. And the Guardians have hit better this year than they did last year. But Gavin's never going to win a start if his team can't score. And 0 runs on the board today. 0 for the Guardians. They are down 3-0 in the 8th inning. Gav goes 6 innings. So great, quality start for him. 9 strikeouts for Gavin in 6 innings.
Great outing for Gavin, and like you said, I wish their offense could really help him out. It seems like that's how it's been in just about every start he's had for the Cleveland Guardians. And, Javi Baez, one of those kids is very happy because one of those kids said Javi Baez was their favorite player.
Yeah.
So,
I'm about to make a fire tweet. It's about to go viral.
All right. Should we call the fire department now?
Somebody call 911.
Cliff has tweeted out a fire post. Oh, yes, he has. But not yet.
If the playoffs started today, Connor Norby, Gavin Williams, Alec Burleson, Jeff Hoffman would all be postseason Pirates.
Man.
What about Sean Armstrong?
Good question. With Tampa Bay.
Did I stutter?
I don't think you did.
Sean Armstrong wouldn't be in the playoffs.
But that's still 4 Pirates.
The Rays are 500.
I wonder, where does that rank if the playoffs started today? Where does that rank with, the most players in the playoffs at from one school?
It'd be up there, Sean.
I would love to know that ranking. I could probably find out, but I'm not going to.
I know a guy who can.
Johnny Robertson.
Johnny
Stats. Where are you, bud? We need a damn.
I was about to say what you're about to say. but I'm gonna let you say it.
Like a Batman signal?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need the
stats to consider.
Is it just like numbers? Like, what is the logo?
Some kind of equation? Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of lists and rankings.
Oh.
Well, think about like the most prestigious awards you can get. Shirley, all right?
Sorry.
Who did that?
USA! USA!
U.S. women's national team just scored a goal thanks to Trinity Rodman, the daughter of, Dennis Rodman.
She-worm.
Yep. And so the U.S. has taken a 1-0 lead over Zambia.
Thank you for correcting yourself.
And here's my thing. Did we talk about this yesterday? When the men's soccer team was playing, it was like the 21 under team, I believe. Well, here's the thing. This, as far as the women's national team, these are the players.
Best of the best.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know why that is,
Yeah,
but
I don't get it. Chandler, most prestigious list to be on, like thing you can win. Heisman.
Purple Heart.
Purple Heart is a good one.
What a pull.
No, that's good.
But he's not wrong.
That's what I'm looking for. Purple Heart.
Medal of Freedom.
Is Nobel Peace Prize, is that still a thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Still a thing.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Key to the City.
Oh, man.
Key to the City's a good one.
I feel like we need to give out more of those. Madden champion.
Getting awarded the first pitch at a baseball game. I'm just kidding.
If you want to do it locally, the Order of the Longleaf Pine.
There you go. Great example, Shirley.
My high school football coach got that.
But all those pale in comparison
to
this list. The Special Teams U All-American Watch List.
I think one of the biggest awards is being an American. But what's even better is being an All-American.
That's true, because we are all Americans, but not all of us are all Americans.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying. Let me read through a few of these names. Chandler, you tell me if you know any of these guys. Do you know Bo Gardner at Georgia?
Do not.
Do you know Luke Hosford at Kansas?
Nope, not familiar.
How about Gage King?
Doesn't ring a bell.
How about Slade Roy?
I do, former ECU Bert.
How about Colby Cox at Memphis?
I do not know Colby.
Do you know Alex Harper from East Carolina?
Yeah, I do. In fact, I know him very well. In fact, if I wanted to give him a high five or a handshake right now, I could, because he's sitting right there.
Well, you're kind of far away, but
are you telling me that he's on this list?
Alex Harper? You just made the list.
You made the list.
Appreciate you guys. I'm just, you know.
And how did Alex take this news? Like every other youngster. Quote tweet, grateful. Why didn't you put hashtag blessed?
Or God's plan.
Or God's plan.
I don't know, man. I like to thank God in the privacy of my own home.
You know what I mean? Okay. All right. He says, grateful. Season's approaching fast. Ellipses. What do you call that thing?
What was that word you just said?
Ellipses. The ... Is that not how you say it? Ellipses.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Ah.
And then, but what is that thing called where hourglass emoji.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, AR.
Appreciate it, man.
We have a lot of time left because the top half is very full.
Looks like the whole thing's full.
Yeah. So we have a lot of time left.
Yeah, we got a little over a month left till the season starts.
It's all relative. Like if we're sitting here in late August and we say the season's approaching, we mean, hey, get your ducks in order.
It's coming.
Yeah. If we're sitting here in February and say, hey, we got football coming up this year, we still got a long ways away.
Yeah.
So you understand that, John?
I do.
You get what I'm saying?
In fact, I'll tell you how many days we are away on the David Price Construction
Countdown to kickoff.
By the way, Shirley, back that fat truck up, please, if you don't mind.
Beep, beep.
37 days away until ECU versus Norfolk State kicks it off in Dowdy Ficklen Stadium. This is going to be a new year for ECU football. It's going to be a new-looking offense. We can't wait to see it. We got to wait 37 days, though. But we only have to wait 35 days to party like a pirate at the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, right across the street from us at the State Theater. It's going to be fun. Blake Prohl's going to be there. Former Pirate, former Viking, former top 12er in American Idol. He'll sing a couple songs. He'll hang out with the Pirate Nation. And then Should Have Been Cowboy.
Should have been a cowboy.
Will also be there singing some of the greatest 90s country hits. So you do not want to miss it. You can get your tickets at pr927fm.com. They're only $10. Get your tickets because we're only 35 days away until the party of the year. 37 days away from ECU versus Norfolk State. All of that on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff.
Singing those campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy. Folks, be careful when you search Alex Harper on Twitter. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God!
That's why he did that.
Wait,
Okay.
is that you in your past life?
I was completely confused.
Well, I'm doing it now.
Yikes. She's on the list, I can tell you. Congratulations, A. Harp.
Appreciate it, man.
I want to see if...
Born in the USA.
Thank you, BB.
But yeah, things like that, like obviously they don't matter, but at the same time, it is nice to get some kind of recognition from an outside source. And Special Teams U, especially, they're very knowledgeable on the topic. You know, they coach up snappers. They put about, I believe, over 20 guys in the league have gotten pro opportunities in the last 5 years. So it's a credited source. So that means a lot to me, actually. So
Chad said, hashtag started from the bottom, now we here.
Well, I started in Greenville, so.
Oh, you did grow up here.
I grew up here a little bit. I grew up here a little bit.
Well, talking about you grew up here a little bit.
I just love the start of that too. Talking about
talking about
talking
grew
about
up here a little bit. Talk about the transition over to East Carolina. Talk about the recruiting process. So talk about the recruiting process. Talk about maybe some of the camps you went to.
Maybe.
So talk about those camps. Talking about talk about a little bit.
Talking about that. Very nervous laugh from Alex. Like, who is this guy talking to me?
Talking about.
Make that 2-0.
Spoiler, Shirley, you're ahead of me.
Oops, sorry.
Let's see what happens. We got the ball on the left side of the field. There's a pass into the middle. That's not Julie. What's her name? Good pass inside. Goal!
Mallory Swanson.
America. Land that
Hockey horn?
I love.
Born
Stand
in the
beside her and guide her through the night.
Great pass from the great Haran.
What happened?
Mallory Swanson, the wife of
Dansby.
Former Brave. Chad says, damn if I don't love a watch list. You know what makes them even better? When our guy's on it. Jamie says, I like that, Alex.
I like this kind of party.
Jamie says, Nationals about to get no-hitted. Yeah, that's how Chandler would say that. I would just say no-hit.
Make that 3-0. Who did that? Was that Sophie Smith?
Was that Sophie
Was
Smith?
it Sophie Smith?
Mallory Swanson, once again.
Swanson.
Two back-to-back goals by
Samsonite. I was way
Mallory
off.
Swanson.
Oh, great. Tricky footwork. 3-0. Steve said we need a Talking About t-shirt for Chon. Hey, Chad, would you buy one of those?
Well, talking about
You ain't gonna get it.
Thoughts on the Nats getting no hit, Chon?
I really don't care. Like, I don't care. One bit.
One iota. What is an iota?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I thought that was a school that Rick Pitino coached at.
That's Iona.
Okay.
Hey, it's pretty good,
It's
Alex.
2 little butt cheeks.
It's pretty good. We need to take a break. Jeff Nadu is going to join us. Oh, I need to check in with our Facebookers. We got a birthday. We got to sing happy birthday to somebody. Kenny's youngest daughter's birthday is today. Taylor Curlings. Craig says, "What's up, crazy kids? Love and miss you all." Boy, the love is a strong word. Do you love Craig? I think I'm ready to make the leap. Craig, I love you.
I love you too, Craig. You know what? I love you for loving us.
Yeah.
Hey, we love you. Oh, I can't speak for everybody, but I love you for tuning in and saying that you love us.
Chandler, I know we're not supposed to talk about your personal life.
I love you.
Have you ever told a girl you love her?
I have.
Did she return it?
Yes.
What happened?
Was it before or after you gave her all the skincare products that you purchased in Nashville?
It was after.
Well, he couldn't take her out to dinner because he didn't have any money.
I was figuring he probably would gift her some of that skincare product.
Have you ever told someone you love them and they didn't return it?
No, that's always. Everybody says I love you back to me.
Out of pressure or because they mean it?
I can go on the street right now and find anybody walking up the sidewalk and say, "I love you." And I guarantee you they'll say, "I love you too."
It's happened to me once.
Well, keep an eye on people walking on the street because we got Mark here. He can get video of you saying "I love you" to see if
I love you.
See if they say it back.
There's a guy on TikTok that goes to the mall, buys skincare products, and then no, I'm just kidding. He goes to the mall and then just like reaches his arms out and then to random people, and like people would just hug him.
Yeah,
there is people that deny him,
and that's how the bubonic plague starts.
Okay.
Let's sing "Happy Birthday" at 1.8 times speed. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear somebody.
Hey! Happy birthday to you. That was one of the worst.
It was. Taylor deserves so much better than that.
That was so bad. And now I feel bad for Taylor.
Well, let's do it at 2.4 times speed, and we're all saying Taylor this time.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. Happy birthday to you. Better. Much better. Let's take a break. As we go to break, Kenny says, Chandler, talk about how much you love us. Talk about how much you love Pirate Nation.
I love y'all. I love Pirate Nation.
And I love using the bathroom and clogging it up.
All right. Jamie says, Chon, your mom does not count. And she tells you she loves you.
Good one, Jamie. That was good.
Jamie's on fire today.
That was so good, Jamie. Ha 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 ha.
No, he's not on fire. What I meant to say was I wish Jamie was on fire.
Even Kawhi Leonard thought that was funny, right, Kawhi? Kawhi, you thought that was pretty funny, right?
Let's talk some football when we return. It's the Big 12. Jeff Nadu joins us, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You You're going to be so glad you did.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates!
It's not the amount of power. Ooh! It's the size of our tower. Pirate Radio, we are the voice of the pirate nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Got a sneeze coming, Sean. Take over.
Hey, everybody. God bless you, Clip Brock, and God bless you, America.
Ill-timed sneeze there. All right. I felt bad for that Zambia girl. She got a red card. Look, she's still crying. Stop showing her on TV.
Oh, my gosh. She okay? Is it?
Well, think about it, John. You train your entire life to make it to the Olympics, to play for your country. And then in the first game, in the first half of the first game, you get a red card, which means you're out for this game. And does that mean you miss more time too, Shirley? Don't you miss like the next game or something?
Yeah, you missed the next game as well.
Yeah. So
golly. All right. Hey, look, I was concerned. I was curious why she was crying. Now I understand why. Thank you guys for informing me on that.
Jerry says, nice flamingo shirt, Shirley. Speaking of shirts, we have an update from Ellerby on the Schnappa shirts.
He is live from Fort Myers, Florida.
What's the score of their game?
I will ask him.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
He says, I need to finalize the order with A-Harp Monday when I'm back. Shirts should be ready week of August 5th.
5th. So a couple weeks, Chadster. Schnappa shirts.
Just got to be patient.
God, we're going to be looking around town everywhere we go. We're going to see that Harper 49 on the back. That's going to be cool, man. That's a cool cat, man. All right, let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, Jeff Nadu, to continue our conference previews to get ready for the football season. We have talked AAC and ACC to this point, and we'll talk Big 12 today. Jeff, how you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you, Cliff?
Doing great. Another day closer to football, and we'll go ahead and dive right into it. We've previewed the American and the ACC. If you want to hear those, you can check those out on our former shows on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV, or wherever you download your podcast as we go through each and every conference. And today we're talking Big 12, and I am in this every day, Jeff, hosting a show. You live it as well, so you're well aware of who's in what league and what the leagues will look like moving forward. I was talking to somebody before Sports Trivia last night out at AJ's and had to kind of get them up to date on who's in what conference. So even though I seemingly talk about this every day, I will be patient with people explaining who's in what conference now, because it is very confusing. With all that being said, just overall, Jeff, on paper, you lose Texas and Oklahoma. You pick up some good programs, especially football programs and basketball as well. But, I mean, did the Big 12 take a step back in this most recent move of realignment?
I think you would say they have to, yeah. I mean, losing groups like Texas and Oklahoma, I mean, they're proverbially top 10 teams every year. You gain some teams that are on the uptick, in Arizona. Obviously, Colorado recently came in. That gives you a nice boost of excitement. But, Arizona State's not very good. You added Houston and Cincinnati recently. They're not particularly strong teams. BYU, they were an independent. So I would say they definitely took a step back. But, this is still a conference with some real talent in it.
Talked to an Arizona fan recently who is excited about the basketball portion for the Wildcats joining a good basketball league. We'll table that discussion for another day later this calendar year, big man. But let's talk football, because one of the new teams is the popular pick to win the Big 12, and that would be the Utah Utes. What do you think about Utah's chances to come in here year one and hoist the Big 12 trophy?
I think from a basketball standpoint, it's definitely a good move. Some of the teams you brought in are significantly better at football than basketball than they are football. But as far as Utah, yeah, I mean, I have them as the favorite. They should be the favorite. We remember last year, I mean, they probably should have won the Pac-12 at certain points, but you lose your quarterback, Cam Rising, for a long period of time. Their best player on the outside, a tight end, lost him for a period of time. Both those guys are back. And as long as they can stay healthy, they're going to be a really good offensive team. We know that Kyle Whittingham always brings in strong defense and special teams. They bring back 8 starters, only gave up about 19 points a game last season. And you look at some of the additions they made, all high major kids, including a kid out of Michigan. So, yeah, I'd expect for a conference that had, a decent group of defensive lines, you win in the trenches, and Utah is really strong on both sides, trench-wise.
Who is the best holdover in the Big 12, Jeff? Is it Gundy and Oklahoma State? Is it K-State? West Virginia had a surprising year last year. TCU has been pretty consistent throughout the years, and Matt Campbell still there at Iowa State. So if Utah maybe is the class as a new team, who's challenging them as a returning member of the Big 12?
I think it's got to be K-State. I mean, when you look at their defense, they're another group that were really good last year. Bring back most of their players. They were having one of the best pass defenses. We know that this is a conference that generally, they like to score. Now, you do lose, obviously, Texas and Oklahoma, not as good offenses coming in, but you're still going to have to deal with some good offenses in Oklahoma State and Arizona and Kansas and obviously Colorado. So, having one of the better pass defenses I like. I also like what K-State has from a quarterback standpoint. Avery Johnson was really effective in the time that he was in there. After Will Howard moved on, they have a pretty good offensive line, and their running back group, I think, is the best in the conference with Dylan Edwards and DJ Giddens. Now, Dylan Edwards comes over from Colorado, so yeah, I think K-State's probably your best team outside of Utah. Oklahoma State obviously have the best running back. They also bring in a very good receiver group. But can Alan Bowman cut down on the turnovers? Can he be more consistent and be, more of a Brandon Whedon type of player? They're going to have the opportunity, and Gundy's a great coach. And you also look, I mean, they were really strong towards the end of the season last year.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, a couple of teams I want to ask you about. First, Kansas, and I'm always fascinated with Kansas, such a basketball power, and for the majority of my life have been nothing in football. Had a decent run with Mark Mangino years and years ago, and a bit of a renaissance now. I know you love the coach, Lance Leipold. We've talked about him. 9 wins last year. Could have been more. That Texas game, I'm looking at the score here. I swear it was a lot closer than 40-14. That was the game their quarterback got hurt, and they were in that game in the second half. And after beating Oklahoma and Iowa State back-to-back weeks, they lose a dud to Texas Tech. Could have had 10, 11 wins if things go right last year for the Jayhawks, but 9 wins. Where do you see Kansas football heading into 2024?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Jalen Daniels, he's probably the best quarterback or one of the best quarterbacks in this conference. He missed 14 games last year, and they still won 9 games. I think the issue with them, though, is always going to be them defensively. They've made some strides on that end, but they're still not great. They do bring back a decent group this year, though. Offensively, obviously, they'll be good. How good will they be, though, with a new offensive coordinator? They lost Andy Koltanicki to Penn State. He moved on. So can you replace him with a good play caller? They also won't have their home stadium. It's under renovation right now, so they're going to have to make some trips. I think they're going to play in Kansas City and at Arrowhead for a couple of games. Obviously keeping Jalen Daniels healthy is your first thing, but with some of the question marks at quarterback being healthy, their defense, not having a home stadium, and a new coordinator, I can't necessarily put them above, Oklahoma State, K-State, Utah, and I'd even look at maybe in Arizona as a team that I'd want to back a little bit more than Kansas. And,
man, I like to think I'm well-versed in sports. It happens in basketball still today from time to time. I'll see a school playing I've never heard of. This never happens in football, but it is happening this year, Jeff. Kansas opens up with Lindenwood. I had to Google them up here. Lindenwood became provisional members of the FCS for 2022 before becoming an active member during the 23-24 academic year. Have you ever heard of Lindenwood?
I have heard of Lindenwood due to the fact that, I'm a big college basketball guy. Right. But you never heard of the Lions of Lindenwood?
I have not. I will get to know them this year. They open up with Kansas this season.
Yeah, they're not far away from Kansas City. They're a small school, but yeah, they recently became Division I. And look, I mean, there's 135-ish college football programs. There's 362 college basketball programs. So there's definitely going to be groups that you've never heard of. But yes, Lindenwood, definitely not a particularly huge school, but yes, they are D1.
There you go. All right, big man. Let me ask you, too, about West Virginia. Alex Harper, East Carolina long snapper, intern here at Pirate Radio in a past life, was a diehard West Virginia Mountaineer, and Neil Brown had the hottest of hot seats going into last year and survived that in a big way with 9 wins. And we have seen over the years, I went to Morgantown to see East Carolina get rolled up by West Virginia when they had Chris Henry and Pac-Man Jones, and really good team in the early to mid-2000s. We've seen the Pat White era, of course, and all those studs. How about now? And how do you feel about Neil Brown surviving last year? Can he build on that, or does he move right back to the hot seat this season?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I don't play a lot of win totals. Just to me, not a particularly strong bet, and you have to, kind of wait 6 months to get paid. But I mean, one of the stronger win bets I thought last year was under 6.5 with this group, and I mean they completely outdid everything I thought they would. I thought Neil Brown, that was kind of a losing situation there, but I thought Garrett Green played really well for them. They have some issues on defense, but they have a loaded offense. They're a real good run game. And that's an interesting point you make, because they're way different than what, we remember them under, like Geno Smith or like a Clint Trickett. They're a run-first group now, and Green just did a good job at not doing stuff and turning the ball over. I was really surprised with how well they played. He got himself an extension after winning 9 games last year. So, yeah, I think the momentum is high for this group. They're kind of a fringe top 5 team. I'm not necessarily going to put them there, but I think it's kind of a sleeper play. If Garrett Green can stay healthy, I think schedule-wise, they got to go play Penn State. A game in which they actually were pretty solid in the first I think, game or two last season. They probably should have covered, and they didn't. They also get three of their first 4 games at home. They also get K-State at home. They get a couple others at home too. So yeah, I think they're a group to be excited about, probably from an underdog standpoint.
Coach Prime, year 2. Jeff, you brought up the Buffaloes of Colorado, 4 wins last year. What do you see in the sophomore season for Dion there in Colorado?
Yeah, look, I mean, they're obviously very polarizing. I think from a standpoint of skill position, Shadur and Travis Hunter, 2 of the best players in this conference. But, you win in college football in the trenches. They're not good on defense. They weren't good up front. This is a group that gave up, I think 34, 35 sacks last season. That just isn't good enough. You're not going to get the job done. Sorry, they allowed 56 sacks. What am I saying? 56 sacks. They also gave up about 36 points a game, couldn't stop anybody on the ground. Will a new coordinator help? I don't know. I mean, it's a lot to do with the personnel. You also look at their schedule. I don't know if they have any gimme games. North Dakota State's tough. Nebraska, at Colorado State, at UCF, at Kansas, at Arizona. There's a lot of tough games on the schedule.
Jeff Nadu joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Jeff, I asked you last week when we talked ACC, would there be multiple teams from the ACC in the college football playoff? I believe you said that ACC was going to send 1. How about the Big 12? Could they send more than 1?
I don't think.
Yeah.
I would be pretty surprised to see it. I mean, I could see a way where like a K-State could shine, and they have a good enough defense and offense to do so. Again, it's all going to be about Avery Johnson kind of taking that next step that Will Howard was able to do. Same with Oklahoma State. Can their quarterback, Alan Bowman, do that? I mean, he had 14 interceptions last year. You can't do that and expect it to win at a high level. Utah looks like the team to me if Cam Rising can stay healthy. Not only do they look like a team that can win this conference, but that could be a Heisman Trophy candidate right there.
Before we wrap it up, I will miss making fun of Dana Holgorsen this year. Willie Fritz at Houston, and we know good and well what Willie Fritz can do as a head coach and what he did at Tulane. But how big of a project is that there in Houston, Jeff? And when will Houston become relevant in the Big 12 in football?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I'll tell you this. They're a team that I've identified pretty early as a good over team. We know that with Willie Fritz at Tulane, with Michael Pratt, they were a strong offense.
Yeah.
They bring kind of a quarterback who was at Texas Tech, can throw the football, and Donovan Smith. They bring back some really good receivers and tight ends. You look at on defense, they bring back just 2 starters. They allowed 32 points a game last year. I think you're going to see a lot of 38-28 type of games with this group. I have them as the worst team in this conference, and a group that I think can both score and will get scored on a lot.
Jeff, love talking football with you, man. We will do it again next week. You got anything to plug? Anything going on we need to know about?
No, I'm looking forward to the season. We are under a month away. I saw yesterday 30 days from then we would be having football, and I'm already looking at the lines for week 1. I'm very excited about, you mentioned the Kansas Lindenwood game. I'm looking forward to some of the other ones that we have. We got some real barn burners, I think, week 1. So very excited for that.
And I love milestones and bringing stuff up like this. And it's not college football, and it's barely even real football, but this is the last Thursday without football. Hall of Fame game will be on next Thursday, Jeff.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even realize that. I know the Eagles started camp yesterday, and, it's all going to be about staying healthy. But, yeah, I didn't even realize that. So thank you for – when did you say first? It's first without football until when?
I guess until – February, January. So
you gotta love it.
There you go. I got Jeff fired up here on a Thursday.
Listen, it's been a long spring and summer, man.
Yeah.
Seems like the college basketball Final Four was 6 years ago.
You ain't lying. Jeff, we'll talk to you next week. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Cliff.
Jeff Nadu joining us, breaking down another conference, talking Big 12. He's got the Utes coming in year 1 winning the Big 12. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 1. Mike Schwartz joins us. Hour 2, live in the Pirate Radio studios. Got a question for Coach Schwartz. You can get that in on Facebook, YouTube, or X, and we'll pass them along. Talk Pirate Hoops, hour 2. Wrapping up hour 1 when we return after this.
Party like a pirate, Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring entertainment by Greenville's 90s country tribute band, Should Have Been Cowboys. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh!
Yo ho ho, Pirate Patriots! It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. Time to hoist the colors of the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're celebrating independence now through August 15th with FN Firearms. Take advantage on low prices of FN 510s, 545s, and SCAR 15s with factory rebates up to $500. Plus, with every FN purchase will come free FN gear. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy Mug Monday with custom butt cups. Tuesday and Wednesday we have local acoustic night. Thursday night we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. So come twirl around and have a bucking good time. And don't forget your Sunday Fun Day Cornhole Tournament with the ECU Club Cornhole team at 3 p.m. Check out the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and events. Y'all come get bucked up.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
Aces for Autism, a nonprofit, is here to provide opportunities for individuals with autism and their families. A place of hope, joy, and success. Whether it's helping a child make their first sound or preparing a young adult for vocational opportunities, we provide support where it wasn't available before. You can help us support families by supporting Aces for Autism's Team Together campaign. There are many ways to participate, such as buying a brick or sponsoring a room. To learn more about our state-of-the-art facility, visit acestogether.com.
Pirate Radio.
It is my intention to commandeer one of these ships, pick up a crew and Tortuga, raid, pillage, plunder, and otherwise pilfer my Weasley black guts out.
I said no lies. I think he's telling the truth.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. And choose less stress when it comes to moving and choose Advanced Moving and Storage. They are locally owned and operated. They do exclusive shipments so you do not have to share a truck. And they guarantee delivery dates. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com or call 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease with Advanced Moving and Storage, Pirates supporting pirates for over 20 years. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, I like when people bring me something that I was unaware of, and Jamie did that a moment ago on YouTube. Says there's a new fielder in professional baseball, not a person in the field, but last name Fielder. Jaden Fielder, son of Prince, grandson of Cecil, has signed with the Brewers, according to Ken Rosenthal. He said he can't think of any, three-generation sports people. We talked about the Ripkins, Guerreros, the Griffies, of course. But it reminds me of one of my favorite all-time stats. So, Chandler, you were too young to see Cecil Fielder dropping bombs, hitting it out of Tiger Stadium.
Just like his son.
So I tend to gravitate towards portly athletes. And so I was a big fan of the Fielders. Cecil Fielder had 319 career bombs. His son, Prince Fielder, who you did watch play for the Tigers and the Brewers, how many home runs did he have in his career?
Prince Fielder?
Yeah.
200.
The exact same number as his daddy, 319.
Oh, wow.
One of my favorite stats in sports.
That's crazy.
Both the Fielders hit 319 home runs. Thank you for bringing that to me, Jamie. It looks like we're at the half in Petty. USA women up 3-0 on, who are they playing, Shirley? Was it Zambia, I believe, in that one? Other scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Connor Norby goes yard. Orioles beat the Marlins in extra innings 7-6. The Guardians got 6 strong innings from Gavin Williams, had 9 strikeouts, but the story with Gavin and the Guardians, no run support. Cleveland puts up a 0. They lose 3-0 to the Tigers. It is 3-0 Rays over Blue Jays right now in the third inning. Rangers lead the White Sox 2-1. Coming up in about 10 minutes, Giants and Dodgers. And the Braves and the Mets will play tonight. The Mets. Have you talked to Brett lately?
Not to Brett.
The Mets coming off a Subway Series sweep over the Bombers. And things looking up for the Metropolitans right now. So something to keep an eye on. All right, let's take a break. When we return, we will switch gears. We will talk some basketball with the head coach of the Pirates, Mike Schwartz. We'll dive into everything that has transpired this offseason, look ahead to this upcoming season, and more. We'll get to your questions as well. Mike Schwartz, head coach of the Pirates, joins us hour 2. We're back with you after this.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Country music star Sarah Evans will be coming to the Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, on September 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see Sarah Evans on September 14th 14th at WeldonMillsTheater.com.
Move you. This is Aaron Bunch.
And I'm Linda Bunch. We're with Advanced Moving and Storage. Let me be honest. When it comes to cooking on the grill or backing jet skis, I'm not very good at either one of those.
That's okay, Mama, but there is something that you are great at, and that's helping the people of Eastern North Carolina with their moving needs.
True enough, Aaron. Advanced Moving and Storage has been in business since 1992, and we've helped thousands upon thousands of people move.
That's right. Whether you're in-state or out-of-state, Advanced Moving and Storage has the experienced professionals that are ready to help you move.
Give Advanced Moving and Storage a call today at 252-321-3200. We might not be able to cook on the grill. I certainly can't back the jet skis, but we can help you with all of your moving needs. Use the moving company the pirates use, Advanced Moving and Storage.
Move you. Move you.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar, and there's always something special happening at the Rick House. Join us for lunch. It's our 2 for $20 lunch special during the week, and it's the perfect spot for that lunch business meeting. The Rick House celebrates the last Thursday of every month with a special wine tasting, and our buffet brunch is to die for. Follow the Rick House on Facebook for the latest schedule. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
Daydreaming of being on the water? The Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington is your place to get ready. This is Captain Bo Brooks with Pirate Waters Outfitter, and we are stocked up with the best selection of everything for the summer. Come in today for a new pair of Bahio sunglasses or a new color turtle box. You going fishing? We are stocked up with reels from Florida Fishing Product, new fly selections, and a full line of Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street in downtown Washington, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
The Holton Ehler Show.
ECU quarterback Caden Hauser.
Look, I know Big Ten's fast, but they're more like big and physical, whereas this league is more, small and fast.
Yeah, it's been different for sure. Playing the Big Ten, yeah, the game speed's really high, but as far as the offense and everything, it's pretty slow. It's Big Ten football. It's pound the rock, high play calls. I feel like it's totally different here because we're going so fast and there's not a lot of time pre-snap to really figure out what the defense is doing. You just got to roll and get the ball in players' hands. So it's definitely going to be an adjustment, and I'm excited to get rolling. So
the Holton Ehler Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that love ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. If you know of a family that needs tickets to a game, call Robbie's Clubhouse at 252-916-9117. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Clip Rock here with the head basketball coach of the Pirates, Mike Schwartz, joining us live inside the Pirate Radio studios. Was talking some trading cards with Coach Schwartz during the break. My dad and I really got into that. Coach, you said you've got some cards you want to go through one day too, right?
It's funny. My brother and I, we collected cards growing up, and we both we still have them. They're tucked away somewhere.
Yeah.
He's got his, and we talk about it, but it's what you said. I think it's a lot more in depth right now. You have to get them graded. You have to do all that kind of stuff. It wasn't like that back then. It was open it up.
Yeah.
eat the piece of gum inside of it and then see what you got. But, yeah, I think that's a really cool clip.
When you retire 30, 40 years from now, you got a project you can do there. Go through all your cards.
I hope I can coach for 30, 40 years. I'd be excited to do that.
Well, it's great to talk with you, Coach, and just kind of catch up on where we are in this process with ECU basketball this offseason. And, boy, now more than ever, you've got to look ahead instead of looking back, the way everything works so fast now. But I do want to ask you about last year and why didn't it go the way you maybe wanted it to go last year?
Yeah, it's a great question, Clip. And here's what I think. When I look back at last year, we can point to a lot of different things why maybe we didn't have the success or some of the results we wanted, why we did have some success at points during the year. In the end of the day, from a basketball standpoint, I think we struggled shooting the basketball to the level that I think we needed to be really efficient on offense. And on the defensive end, I actually think we defended well, but we were not a great defensive rebounding team. We've pretty consistently over the first 2 years been a team that has offensive rebounded very well. We've taken care of the basketball well. Two really important parts of being a solid offensive team. We did struggle field goal percentage-wise, and particularly three-point field goal percentage-wise consistently last season. Basically, Brandon Johnson shot the ball well, R.J. Felton shot the ball well, but we weren't able to get much more consistent shooting. Now, what are the reasons we could throw a bunch of stuff against the wall? We did have some injuries that we battled early in the season. Late in the season, we had the same thing happen. Midway through the year, we lost Quentin and Quentin DeBunja and Ben Biella. So we went through our ebbs and flows of that. But you know what, Clip? There's no excuses. In the end of the day, that's part of sports. That's part of coaching. That's part of competition. You have injuries. Guys got to step up. And last year, we just weren't able to find a groove to be in a groove for 5, 6, 7 games at a time. We won 3 games in a row, then we lost 1 or 2. Then we won 2, then we lost 2. And we stayed in that. And, late in the season, actually, at the conference tournament, I thought we played one of our best games versus Tulsa. When we beat Tulsa in the conference tournament, they were a very hot team at that point. And then we came back and we didn't play very well versus South Florida, the conference champion.
And they shot the lights out in that game. So those two things combined led to East Carolina getting knocked out of the conference tournament. A lot of new faces, new names on the roster, but some familiar faces. One, the most familiar, R.J. Felton, and I've sang his praises. I don't know if we appreciate him enough around here for what he does on the court, but also the person he is. He's a great young man. I've said, Coach, if East Carolina could send one athlete to the Olympics just to compete in every event, I'd send R.J. because he is the ultimate competitor, athlete, warrior, whatever you want to say about him. But he has really embraced, it seems like, being almost Mr. Pirate, being the face of this basketball team. Is that fair to say?
I love that you said that, Clip, and you made another great point. Not only him as a basketball player and as an athlete, but him as a person. And now I get to see him as a big brother because we have his brother LaDante Felton here.
Yeah.
But, I've seen him with his parents as a son. I've seen him now as a big brother again with LaDante in our locker room now. But I've said this all along, as good of a player as he's even a better person, a better human being. And what RJ has meant to our program, this university, and this community. A great way to say it is we all know the story about him last year with why he cut his hair and how he felt when that ball went out of bounds off his hair versus Florida, where if we get that ball, we have a chance to do what we talk. That's a huge game if we can win that game.
Yeah.
And, but long story is RJ, when the portal opened on Monday, right after Selection Sunday this year, the portal opened. And everybody was there was over 1,000 people that put it that they were going into the portal, and they made these official announcements and thanking their previous universities for their time there, but they were going to pursue a new opportunity, which is what the landscape is right now of college athletics, not just basketball. And R.J. Felton on the same day puts out a post that says, "I'm a Pirate for life. And I love ECU, I love Greenville, and I'm a Pirate for life." And I think that just shows what a special person he is.
Mike Schwartz joining us. The portal taketh away, the portal giveth as well. So can we talk about some of these new guys, Coach, you're excited about joining the roster this year? And what were you looking at in particular to add to this roster?
Yeah, and to what you just said, you said something, portal taketh away, but it also give it.
Yeah, two-way street, right?
And for the supporters of universities and fans and people that know, because of the guardrails and the maps that have been put in front of us as coaches, as administrators, as universities, the guidelines the NCAA has put forth, to look at any program, it doesn't matter what sport, I'm not just talking about ECU basketball, and feel like it's a negative if you lose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. Honestly, Clip, it's almost wasted energy right now. That's the reality. That is what the map that's put in front.
Yeah.
And you can look at great teams. Look, we know we're not a big fans of the shades of blue around here, but we know that Duke and North Carolina have great basketball programs. They lost many players. I look at another team in our conference that lost 11 of their 13 players. So with that, this is just unfortunately the kind of the way it is. But you make a great point, and I think if we embrace the positivity of the new players that come in and the opportunities of guys that really want to be at ECU, and I know we'll talk about them here shortly, I think it's a great thing. I really do.
I always bring this up. I just remember, and I'm going back 30-some years now, so it was a long time ago, but I remember my dad making a big deal about Clifford Rozier transferring from North Carolina to Louisville. And because nobody transferred from North Carolina. And when somebody transferred, this was probably early 90s, I guess, that was a big deal back then. It made headlines. Now, R.J. Felton makes the headlines because he stays. That's not the norm anymore. So I'm with you there. It is epidemic, might be a strong word for it, but I do try to tell folks when they say, what's wrong with East Carolina football or basketball or baseball even? Why are these guys leaving? You got to look around and see what's going on, and this is what's happening. You have
to look much further outside of this. I mean, Coach Godwin has as good of a program as you can have in the country for any sport. I mean, what he's done with baseball and the success that baseball has here, so it's not about that all the time. Again, it's the landscape. But with that being said, I would just tell you the 4 transfer portal guys that have come in. You know, Jan Farrell, C.J. Walker, Julian Samaro, and Jordan Riley. Couldn't be more excited about them both as players and as people and as teammates so far that they've been here. And I know we'll talk a little bit more about them. But, again, I say it that Pirate Nation gets a chance because of the portal to get 4 great young men as a part of our university.
Did East Carolina upgrade its shooting and outside shooting this offseason?
And I really believe we do. I really believe we have. I really believe we have done it. Practice has indicated that throughout the summer. We have practiced over 20 times right now because of a foreign trip that we're getting ready to take next week, so we can talk about that a little bit. But the bottom line is what we've seen on film, what we've seen numbers-wise as we stat our practices, without a doubt, in our opinion, we have been able to enhance our shooting.
I'll ask you about some freshmen and some more returners, but how about the trip, Coach? Where are you guys heading?
We're going to go to the Bahamas next week. We're going to play 2 games in the Bahamas next week. Feel very fortunate and appreciative about it. Our administration and John Gilbert and Ryan Robinson and the whole administration allowing us to do it. And I have to make note of Woody and Jennifer Tyner, 2 incredible Pirate Club members that have been so supportive of our program, but they have single-handedly made this trip possible for our student athletes, and it happened after a win during the year. We talked about it, and I think it was a great experience for our guys, but now it gets to come to fruition next week.
Question from Twitter: will there be a stream of any of these games, and also who and what players will you be playing against?
Unfortunately, there won't be a stream, unfortunately, on this. We'll go play the 2 games over there. As far as the players and teams we're playing against, I mean, UNC Wilmington's making this trip. UTEP is making this trip. Louisville's making this trip. Many teams have already made it over the past few years. So we'll be playing against this select group of players that are part of their federation, their national federation for the Bahamian Select Group. It's not their national team. It's guys that it's a lot of former college players that may live there, a lot of former college players that may be playing some kind of pro league in the Caribbean, and so we'll be playing against them in Nassau.
Speaking of former players, jumping off track a little bit, but the basketball tournament that's going on, and I know you've got a million things going on, but I'm curious, have you followed any of this? I love the idea of it, of former players, alumni getting together. Have you seen these gyms in Houston and Kentucky and the fans that are showing up? I know I think Wichita has a team that always has a big following, and it's just such a cool thing for basketball to kind of be out there during the hot summer, right?
It's huge, Clip, and you see that I think last night the team from Louisville won, and if I'm not mistaken, Monday night it'll be Kentucky's team versus Louisville team in Freedom Hall. Louisville's old, where they used to play. So, and you know what? I've coached quite a few players over my years that have played on different teams and talked to them about the experiences. It's a really neat event. I think it's very competitive. And from my understanding now, and I think it has grown over the years, from my understanding now, the only rule is you cannot be a current NBA player. And there are guys that were playing in the NBA last year, the year before, that are on some of these rosters. Obviously, quite a few professional European players, international players. It's very competitive.
Yeah, saw Montrezl Harrell playing for Louisville.
He was the sixth man of the year in the NBA just within the last few years. So, yeah, without a doubt.
A couple of questions here from Twitter. Will Minji's Madness be making a comeback? Do you have any preseason ideas?
Yeah, good point. I don't know that yet. I think that's something that's a lot of time involved with the marketing group, and that's involved with more than just our program. And sometimes the men's and women's programs, we do it collectively. So some of those on what it looks like. We're getting ready to finish up. Our non-conference schedule is very close to finishing up. The conference schedule, as you know, doesn't normally come out until September because it's just a little bit later. They wait for TV. They have to wait, in fact, for games to be scheduled for the Memphis Grizzlies because of FedEx Forum. So they have to wait. So the AAC has to wait a lot of time for that. So those two things combined. So anything in the preseason for ECU basketball right now is kind of still in the works.
And, boy, this is an age-old question. What will be done to get more students to come out and get loud at games? And I feel like, man, at times the student turnout was great. It seemed like it maybe tapered off towards the end of the year, but that's something that goes through every program's mind, but especially here at East Carolina. What can you do to engage with the students?
Yeah, I think you got to do the creative aspects, and I think the marketing team did an incredible job last year, and whether it was stuff with the students before the game, whether it's giveaways, things like that. We as a coaching staff met with student groups, so you're always trying to do that, but Cliplet, I know the deal. We win.
Winning.
And we win, and we bring in teams. This is what's great about ECU. Look, when Wilmington came in last year, great atmosphere. We won the game. It was great. When South Carolina came in, we have the lead with 30 seconds left in the game. The atmosphere was phenomenal. When Memphis came in, when Houston's come in, we know the atmosphere can be great. And we've won big games with great atmospheres, and unfortunately, we fell short with some games with some great atmospheres. But here's what we love about ECU is that if we get it going and we win, and we fully expect to do so, it doesn't matter who comes through those doors. I think fans at ECU are looking at our team. They're coming to support the Pirates. They're not looking at who's in the other column on who we're playing. And you know what? You said it. It's kind of is a trend around college athletics. A lot of times people look at that schedule and they want to know who's coming in. Yeah. That's going to make the decision if they come in and they want to sit in the seats. We got to do our job. We're going to do our job, but I think that Minji's Coliseum will be loud rocking with students and fans.
You mentioned scheduling. John Moody is a big MTE guy. We love Feast Week. We love those tournaments, and I know you'll be taking part in one. He says, can you talk about the challenge it is to get into a quality MTE? And does the process already start now for future years, or how do you go about getting in those tournaments?
That's a great question. Yes, it definitely the process. I'll go backwards. The process definitely has started moving forward. We've been in talks with. When I got here 2 years ago, I said ECU doesn't have to be a place that schedules every spring, year to year. We're in a big time conference. We have the opportunity to be a big-time basketball program, a national program, which we're trying to build towards. We can schedule series out. We can schedule MTEs down the line. And we did that with South Carolina. We did that with UNC Wilmington. We did that with George Mason, where we have years on years of deals and games scheduled in the future. MTEs is no different. We're in conversations with people for next year, the year after. I believe, per the American Conference, we're scheduled, and I have to confirm this, we're already slotted to go to the Rainbow Classic in Honolulu. That was the last I saw in last year's head coaches meetings, that we're scheduled. I don't know if it's in 2 years from now or 3 years from now, but this year we'll be in the Battle of the Boardwalk in Daytona. And it is difficult. That's a great point you made. It is difficult to get into the right ones, because here's what happens. You are discussing these so early sometimes, Clip, and you don't know who the other opponents are. You don't know some of the parameters, so you're trying to make a timely decision when you may not know the whole field. And you're looking at things like travel, your other non-conference schedule. So there's a lot that goes into it, but we feel excited to be in this because there's some really good teams in this tournament, and it's going to be a great 3-game event.
Mike Schwartz joining us. Coach, in the past, when Terry Holland was here, he had connections as the legendary coach of Virginia, and we got Clemson in here and Wake Forest in here, and we beat NC State here. And when that happened, I said an ACC team will never come to Minges again because Coach Mack ruined it by beating NC State and Sidney Lowe in here. But how about just playing road games? From what I understand in the past, maybe the American did not want an East Carolina to go to NC State and them not make a return trip. Am I accurate in saying that? Can you not schedule games like that?
Oh, no. That's inaccurate.
Okay, all right.
We have tried tirelessly to get those games since I've been here.
Okay.
And again, I'm not saying it's because they don't want to play this. I mean, scheduling in basketball is a lot more complicated than anyone can really imagine. When you break down the analytics portion of everything and what each conference guideline has, each conference, the ACC, the SEC, the American, the Big Ten, they all put forth analytical guidelines. And if you guys, Ken Palm and all these different ones,
as far as what can make their resume look the best,
RPI, there's so many things: home game, road game, neutral game, quad 1, quad 2, quad 3, quad 4. We're under the same scrutiny, but from a standpoint of trying to schedule games, again, that was a huge priority for me to be able to do that. And we got South Carolina coming in here last year.
Great.
Without a doubt, we want that. We want to bring Atlantic 10 teams in here. We want to bring. We would love to have a home and home series with an ACC team, with an SEC team, and I would tell listeners, and I would tell you, that never stops. We are trying to do that now. Do we get a team to say yes? Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to play a 1-for-1, or we're going to do a 2-for-1. You know what? You have to just kind of keep beating the drum until that drum breaks.
I would love an AAC A10 challenge like they do other conferences. I think that'd be fantastic.
I've been the biggest advocate of it with our conference. It's been discussed the last 2 years. I think without a doubt, the American Conference should have a challenge with the Atlantic 10 or the Mountain West.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Without a doubt. And it would help so much, Clip, in non-conference scheduling if we had a built-in. There's teams out there in conferences like the Big East has 2 to 3 built-in non-conference games because of classics and different challenges they have.
Yeah.
There's no doubt we should have one with another comparable conference.
Have you met with it all? Tim Pernetti, saw him talking football at AAC Football Media Days. How about him from a basketball standpoint?
I think we think we're very fortunate to have him. Very excited about him being, at the helm of our conference. And yes, I have spoken with him. I've spoken with him on the phone. His energy, his overall passion to make this conference an elite athletic conference, not just football, not just any other sport, but football, basketball, baseball, the brand of the American Conference. I think we have someone that is really forward-thinking and very much so going to help our conference.
Mike Schwartz joining us. Can you hang out one more segment with us?
Absolutely.
All right. We're firing questions, and you're firing answers back, so we got a good thing going here. If you got any questions to get in, you can do so. Got some more to reel off to Coach Schwartz as he joins us for another segment here. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributors distributing since 1989.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Beauty Bar Medi-Spa has an online auction coming up that you do not want to miss, featuring several ECU-themed bundles, football tickets, tailgate necessities, coolers, a Blackstone griddle, pirate swag, gift cards, and so much more. Your online one-stop fan shop for ECU Athletics goes live July 15th through the 26th. The best part, 100% of online auction proceeds will be donated directly to Riley's Army as part of Beauty Bar Medi-Spa's Give Back program. Riley's Army works to support children with cancer and their families, all right here in Eastern North Carolina. Shop the auction online July 15th through the 26th at beautybarmedispa.com.
Want a burger with attitude? Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place to get it. Located just off of Greenville Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center and a short distance away from Downey Ficklin Stadium, Bad Daddy's has a lineup of chef-inspired burgers, giant chop salads, the famous badass margarita, and a fabulous selection of local craft beers. Get started with not your mama's deviled eggs or fried pickles before diving into one of their juicy burgers like the bacon cheeseburger on steroids. Or spice things up with the Heat Wave Burger. People have called their burgers totally insane, but they'll take that as a compliment. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Go Pirates!
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hey Birdland, enjoy a Friday night at Camden Yards on July 26th and watch the Orioles take on the San Diego Padres at 7:05. Come to the game early. The first 20,000 fans 21 and over will receive a City Connect reversible floppy hat presented by Coors Light. This season's floppy hat features a reversible design with the City Connect B for Baltimore on one side and the vibrant, colorful pattern on the other. Don't miss out on this fan favorite giveaway. Buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
It's time to make your home uniquely you at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Save big on custom orders and take an extra 10% off store-wide, along with 6 months special financing. Complete your room with top name brands like Bassett, Lazy Boy, Serta, and more. Don't forget to pamper your patio with our amazing selection of outdoor furniture. Then make bedtime the best time on a new Serta or Helix mattress with up to 48 months special financing. Get a room full of savings at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
This is Alex Harper, the current long snapper of the East Carolina Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Medi-Spa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmedispa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless Store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. And Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. We'll release our conversation during the break for paid subscribers. That was a good one there. Mike Schwartz joining us, Pirate Radio Studios, and Coach, let's talk about real quick your staff before I forget. So have we filled out the coaching staff?
Yeah, no, it's been a busy summer. I mean, since that end of that conference tournament, a lot has happened within our program, whether it was in the transfer portal, but also coaching staff-wise. We did lose 2 coaches. We lost our sports performance coach, Keith Pugh, who was just fantastic for us.
Yeah, the beard.
Yes, the beard. He went back up to where he's from. His family was up there. You know, he had a 1-year-old son that had been born during the season, and I think he went up to go back up there and be closer to family.
I don't know what he did behind the scenes, but during games, he was the biggest hype man you had. He got everybody into it.
And you know what? He did equally as great a job with our guys in the weight room and during practice, and just an incredible human being, person, and great sports performance coach. So we wish him the best. But we replaced him with Colton Susan, who is coming here. Great person, great coach, excited about him. He's already made a strong impact with our guys this summer. He's coming to us from Southern Illinois, where he has been, and a lot of experience, and he's done a great job so far this summer. And then we also lost Jake Morton. Jake Morton left, assistant coach, to take a job with Leonard Hamilton at Florida State. And, you know, I think about our coaching staff, Clip. You know, we've lost 3 coaches because the other coach we lost was Mark Adams. Mark Adams has gone back to join someone that he spent a lot of time with, Chris Beard at Ole Miss. So when I think about the 3 coaches we've lost since our time here, I've been here 2 years. We lost 1 coach to the University of Texas, Nick Mattson. He's to become an assistant coach at Texas. We lost 1 coach to go be an assistant coach with Chris Beard at Ole Miss, and we lost 1 to go be an assistant coach at Florida State. So, you know, those are 3 great programs with very respected head coaches, and that means I think that we have the right guys here. But you know what? Sometimes I think in any profession, and you would probably say the same in this building, sometimes you lose good people to good opportunities.
Sure.
And you know what? That's a good thing for them and their families. But we've hired Colton Susan in our sports performance position, and we hired I.J. Poole from Providence. He is now an assistant coach here, and so we're just very excited about the staff and looking forward to getting at it with them.
Good deal. We're talking scheduling earlier. Mike says, how about Richmond, home and home? Again, that goes back to the A10 deal we're trying to get here, but scheduling of VCU, Richmond area teams, we don't have to go back down that scheduling path again, but there are a ton of good programs within 2, 3, 4 hours around here.
And I can tell you, unequivocally, we have spoken with every single one of them.
Right.
We were, I thought, 1 hour to 2 hours away from having that Richmond series done this year. The date and everything, we were going to start up in Richmond, and we were going to come back into our building next year. Obviously, we have it with Mason. We played at Mason last year. Mason on November 16th will be in our building this year.
Game.
George Mason will be here. But VCU and Richmond, VCU, we didn't have as much traction with anything, but it was as close as it could possibly be with having a series completed with Richmond. There's just so many pieces to that puzzle. But I love these questions, and I agree, with that question and with that thought.
Let's see. I'll save Richard's question for the end. I'll run down. You mentioned Cam Hayes briefly. So he starts his season late. His first game was Florida. Yeah, a big game. So how about Cam and his development this offseason? What have you seen from him?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is everyone knew there would obviously be a timing, a little bit of a lapse in terms of him getting going, because physically when you sit for 10 games and then all of a sudden, but I think the piece that everyone probably didn't give as much credence to is this, that when Cam got here in the summer, he was under the impression 100% he would not play. Then all of a sudden he starts to hear some murmurs.
That's right.
Hey, maybe I got a chance to play. Then it gets closer and they say, okay, you're going to have a decision, but they don't give him a decision. And then it goes back to not knowing. So that mental roller coaster he was on, actually, we think as a coaching staff played more into why maybe he didn't kind of hit the ground running than just the physical piece.
Yeah.
And anyways,
because you got to be you got to have a lot of self-pride, and Cam probably does, but to think that maybe you wouldn't be playing, is he really going all in? Like if he knows he would be playing?
He was going all in and working. The thing is, you're doing it in a totally different mindset. He was on the scout team all the time. Anytime we did stuff with the first team and the second team, he was not involved with any of that.
That makes sense.
And so there's a mental edge. The physical part he did. It's impossible to keep that mental edge if you have been said, well, you're not playing till next season. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's a carrot in front of you, and then it changes again. But to that point, Clip, he's been really good this offseason. That he knows that he's going into his senior year, and from a physical standpoint, a mental standpoint, a leadership standpoint, I think Cam's had a great summer.
A couple other guys, some big men. If you watch the season progress, you saw Sear Malanga seemingly get more comfortable, at least from the outside looking in. Yep. And Callum Richard got quite a few minutes as well for East Carolina last year. How about the big trees inside? How have they developed their game this offseason?
Yeah, I think both guys have done a nice job. Sear has put on some weight, which is great. Yeah. You know, he had that breakout game at SMU last year. We lost in overtime in that game. He had 10 points, 9 rebounds. He played his best basketball in the final month of the season last year. Yep. It was really nice to see Big Cal play well in that Tulsa game and in the conference tournament up there. I thought he had 2 nice games up there playing. So we are really going to be relying on those 2 guys, down in the paint. They're both, again, I think they're both more comfortable. They were freshmen last year. It is a rarity to have freshmen play big minutes now, and Sear was starting at the end of last season, and he started games throughout the year. So both those guys, I think we've added some positional depth. I know we haven't spoken about him, but Reed Kaysen, a 6'10", 6'11 player we signed last week, will be here. Actually, tomorrow night he'll be here. He'll travel with us on our trip. So again, a big center inside that's got skill and can play above the rim some. So we're excited about him. And then C.J. Walker, who came here from Central Florida, who will play primarily the 4 position for us, the power forward, does have the ability to slide up to the 5 if we want to go small ball some and, maybe put a bigger wing or a guard at the 4 spot and slide CJ up to the 5. So, again, it does start with Sear and Cal, and they're going to be really important for us. But I like the depth that we're starting to put together in the front court.
And it looks like, looking at the roster, only 2 freshmen listed. Is that correct?
Yeah. Tybo Bailey, freshman, and LaDante Felton, freshman.
So got some upperclassmen here, some experience. Speaking of guys that came in late, and once again, help me with the pronunciation, Vungo?
Ben Sal Vungo. He came in last spring. Yeah. He came in and I got asked this question yesterday, why did you guys decide to bring someone in last spring, at the break? And again, it was 2-piece. One, Ben Sal had some very strong recruitment, but he was eligible, and he was somebody that was looking to potentially go to college. So that was number one. And we had a scholarship, and if potentially we wait till the spring, the recruitment is just, this is part of the puzzle in recruiting. You're trying to find the right timing. So that was one. But a lot of people may or may not know Quentin DeBunje was hurt. He had hurt his ankle versus Florida Atlantic. I remember it was a 1-point game, 3 minutes to go. Quentin DeBunje drives the left side and he rolls his ankle. Yeah, huge game. And we have a chance to take the lead. I think they're number 10 or 15 in the country in that game. We're on the road, and he rolls his ankle, and they go on a 13-1 run after he goes down. And so Quentin basically never got back full shape. That was a nasty sprained ankle. That was about as bad as I've seen. And it kept him out basically for the rest of the year. Ben Biella was hurt at the time. So we were down 2 6'5", 6'6" big wings. Yeah. And so we didn't bring Ben Sal in because we thought, hey, we need him for the games right away. A big piece of what we do is in practice. And the ability to compete every day in practice had been really, it had been hurt.
You're down on numbers.
We're down on 2 big guys, 2 big wings. So Ben Sal was great, but he's doing very well. He's got a real toughness about him, Clip. He gets here. He's been in the U.S. for just a little bit over a year. He's learning a whole new system, a whole new speed of the game, but he's also learning a whole new language.
A whole culture.
And so, you know what? I think Ben Sal's doing great. We're really proud of him, and he's had a good summer so
He's
far.
a guy that gets on the court, and you're like, all right, physically he belongs. It almost looks like, Coach, that some of these guys just need to go through the games and the bright lights with the fans. Like, do you see that a lot where there's something here, but RJ's been in these wars for years now, so he gets it. Some of these guys are seeing it for the first time, right?
I think it's 100%. That's what it is. I think there's only one way to get experience, and that's to get experience.
Yeah.
And so it's a hard thing sometimes, but, we threw him in that first game we played. His first game he was eligible to play, we played Temple at home. And we threw him in the game, and he makes a hustle play where he gets a loose ball. We end up scoring on the possession. And you know what? We won that game in overtime. So as a coach, you look back to that and you say, if we don't maybe get that extra possession, that game maybe doesn't get to go to overtime and we don't find a way to win. So the winning play is not always the last shot of the game. The winning play can come at any point, and Ben Sal helped us win that game in his first game as a Pirate.
Mike Schwartz joining us. Boy, this is a big picture question from Richard here, Coach, but a good one. What makes you believe next year will possibly be different from the previous two as far as a win-loss standpoint?
Yeah, from win-loss standpoint. I do know this. We've won the most games since 2013-14 in our 2-year span with 31 regular season wins, and we've also the only time in the American Conference the last 2 years to win postseason games,
which is huge. Because
both years we did.
I don't care what you guys did at the regular season, win or lose. I said ECU's winning a conference tournament game. Mike Schwartz is going to win us at least one.
I promise you this: I really do care what we do during the regular season, non-conference and conference. But the most overall wins, the most conference wins, back-to-back years, and 2 years of the first 2 wins in the conference tournament. So without a doubt, to answer this question, we want it to winning season. We have high goals from a win-loss standpoint. We want to win this conference, and we're going to do everything we can to be in position to win an American Conference championship. What gives me the feeling that this can be a better season than last year? Well, the 2 things right now that I know from what I've seen in practice so far, and we're together now for the last 7 weeks, is number one, this team has great energy. Okay, we had some experience last year age-wise, but if you look back on some of the things, and again, this is all part of the new era of college basketball. We got 4 transfer portal guys right now. We talked about them. Jan Farrell, C.J. Walker, Jordan Riley, Julian Samaro. So you got St. Bonaventure, started 64 of 65 games. C.J. Walker, starter in the Big 12. Jordan Riley, starter at Temple, 12 points a game. Julian Samaro, starter at Gardner-Webb. So our 4 transfers are starters coming in as starters, which means they have real production experience. 2 of them averaging double figures at their previous school, and the other 2 right there. So there's a difference between being old in age clip and experience.
Right.
And when you look at last year's team transfer-wise, Bobby Pettiford, really great player, great person, had never played the role at Kansas. He had been his most he ever played was 14 minutes a game. Had great experience there. When you think about Jaden Walker and Quentin DeBunje, before they came to ECU, they didn't play at their previous institution, Tennessee and Iowa State. So I think sometimes the age and the year is what people look at, but really it's the experience. As you alluded to R.J. Felton. R.J. Felton has gained this because he played, but R.J. didn't play his first year. And over the years, see how he's grown. So I think to answer the question, I think we have true experienced guys that have been productive at really good schools with great coaches and great leagues. I love our 2 junior college guys, Travion LeBeau and Jay Shane Woodard. They were both All-Americans in junior college over the last 2 years. Jay Shane, first team 2 years ago, second or third team last year. Travion LeBeau, first team last year. And when I think about those 6 guys, the experience they've had, the energy that has been in practice that we've seen as a coaching staff, and probably the biggest thing, I think will be the deepest team we've had in 3 years here. I think the depth at the guard spot, the depth in the post, especially with adding Reed Kaysen, at least from just from a big body standpoint. So I like those things a lot. And does that equate to answer this question with, hey, we're going to get here or get there? I can promise you this. We're working at it every day, and that is our goal. Our goal is to try and win a conference championship.
Mike Schwartz joining us, Coach. Awesome stuff, man. You fire up the Pirate Nation every time you talk. Just some dates to look out for. So next week you'll be in the Bahamas, is that right?
Yeah, we'll go Monday and we'll come back Friday, and in between we'll have 2 games, Tuesday and Thursday. And I think there'll be some reports out on it. I think
sure.
we got Grady traveling with us, our sports information director, and he'll put stuff out there. And I think it's going to be a great experience. I think Steven Sepulveda, our social media director, will be kind of tracking the trip and putting it out there for Pirate Nation to see. But really feel so fortunate for our guys to get this experience. But yeah, it's next week.
And some of these things kind of out of your control, but when do you think we'll get that non-conference schedule? You know
what? I think the non-conference schedule, I would say within the next probably 10 days to 2 weeks will be announced fully. We're just down to needing 1 game left.
Okay.
And you don't want to announce it till really you have the whole thing, but I can say we know we got George Mason coming in on November 29th into Minges Coliseum. We got UNC Wilmington coming back to Minges on December 3rd.
Nice.
We play at South Carolina on December 7th. We'll be playing in that boardwalk battle the November 21st through November 23rd. Our home opener, which is not decided who it will be yet, will be Monday, November 4th.
Okay.
So we have that game. December 21st, we play Gardner-Webb at home. December 17th, we play FIU, Florida International. Really good program coming in here on December 17th in Minges. So it's right there to be complete. We just got to put that final couple pieces.
So look for that in August, and then you said maybe September for the full conference.
Yeah, and that's American Conference.
Yeah.
That's American Conference. Now, I don't know if you guys saw that they announced the pairings.
We got the pairings, yeah.
So we know UAB is coming into Minges. We know Florida Atlantic is coming in. We know Temple is coming into Minges Coliseum. We know Charlotte is coming in. We play at Memphis. We play at Tulsa. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but the double-up games and then the away only and the home only. But it's going to be a great home slate, in Greenville.
Coach, I know you've been working your tail off. Kenny says, what do you do in your downtime? Ocean or mountains? What do you like to do if you do have downtime?
I'm gonna say ocean over mountains, even though I really do. We haven't had a chance yet to really enjoy this off season, just because it's been such a whirlwind since the season ended. But we're gonna go take this work trip to the Bahamas. I know that doesn't sound right, but yeah. We're gonna go do that, which is great. And then I think we will have a couple weeks where our guys will finally go home, and the coaching staff will be able to maybe just say, you know what, let's just take a breath here for a second, get ready for the fall. But I appreciate the question. But it's been great to be around these guys. This is a great team of a group of guys that I think this Pirate Nation is really going to enjoy getting to know and getting to watch play.
I've seen that on social media too. I believe there was a basketball dinner recently.
Last night. It was fantastic.
And a lot of out in the community and stuff, and people really connect. And we like having the players on Pirate Radio to connect them with fans. I feel like that's been a big push here the last 5 to 10 years with social media presence and everything, kind of connecting the athletes to the fans as people rather than just, robots playing sports.
Yeah, 100%. Totally agree. And through social media and through all the things that you just talked about, and if they can come in here and speak and speak to you guys. But this is a fun group to be around every day. And I use that word energy, and I don't say it lightly. Again, the question about, hey, what gives us the confidence or what gives us the optimism? First of all, Clip, I think I'm a pretty optimistic person.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll with that anyways. But this group's energy every day, their competitiveness, what they bring to start practice. We practice in the mornings, and you would never know that it's early in the morning when we walk in that gym. And again, this is just the very beginning of the process, and there's so far to go, and we have so much to build and get better at, but we like the foundation that is being laid right now by this group of guys to complement what's happened over the first 2 seasons.
Tyler said, Coach has such a high basketball IQ. I don't remember what I had for breakfast. He has tattooed on his mind who and when ECU is playing. So you're impressing the folks. Coach Schwartz, thanks so much for your time. We'll let you get back to work and also enjoy your family life. But appreciate the chat, and we'll catch up again down the road, man.
Yes, awesome, Clip. Thanks for having me. Appreciate
it. Thank you. Mike Schwartz joining us. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 2. Coach Hud, former ECU defensive coordinator Greg Hudson, joins us hour number 3 to talk some football. Back with you after this.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses, you go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas, you go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realized that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need to visit University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswear.enc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
That's rough for Cedric. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit, and this will plate 2. The throw comes into center field, and Mullins will score standing. And Urias will make it the second on the throw. It's 3-0 Baltimore.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Talk radio. From the depths of space, the center, outer space mumbo jumbo of the talk universe.
The center of what?
Pirate Radio.
We have prepared a planet with a suitable atmosphere.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $2.99, and Thursdays is half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. And Team USA, the women's national team, defeated Zambia 3-0, so they will advance to play Germany on Friday. Now back to you, Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. I'm a sucker.
Did we just talk to Cy Seymour?
I'm a sucker.
Because I am pumped up for
Mike
some Pirate
Schwartz
basketball.
got me fired up. Which, look, I know he's busting his tail. You can tell that 100%. But hearing him speak, and hearing him speak, too, about embracing the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Where we know it's going to take away, but it's going to give as well. And I think he really wants fans to know that if guys leave, that's part of it. What is he going to do to bring in new talent to replace those guys? So that's his goal and his mission, and he believes he has done that this offseason. So, and looking forward to hearing reports on how it goes next week in the Bahamas as well.
And, like, I loved his message, just basically what you were just saying about, hey, look, it's wasted energy to be negative and to be like, why are these guys leaving? And he said, hey, it's happening at Duke, it's happening at Carolina, it's happening all over the country, not just in basketball, but athletics all over the NCAA. And I loved how he said, let's embrace the positivity of these guys coming in and not worry about the guys that left. Let's worry about and be excited about these guys that are coming in and that are going to try to make ECU basketball successful this year.
Thanks to Mike Schwartz for joining us, and talk to him off the air there. We'll try to get. I would love to get more basketball players on the show, so we're gonna try to do that, both men's and women.
He says they're pretty energetic. He says, those guys are very excited to talk to. He said you can go a whole hour with some of the guys that potentially can get in here into Studio A and we can talk to. So, great conversation with the head man, Coach Mike Schwartz, and looking forward to being in Minji Section 213 coming up in November.
All right, Sean. Shirley mentioned on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck that the Team USA women won 3-0 against Zambia. Looks like Germany, who was also in the women's Group B with USA, won. They beat Australia. They beat them 3-0, Shirley. Is that surprising?
Really?
Yeah, that is surprising, right?
Is now where are you looking at? Are you looking
That was
at
on the telly.
TV or okay? I'll have to look it up to see who is on the roster, because Sam Kerr may or may not be on that Matilda's team, but that is surprising.
Well, we talked about it yesterday. They were second in the odds.
Yeah, they were
win
second
it.
in the odds. Yeah.
So-
And one of the top, soccer teams in the competition, along with Germany, and there's several other countries that you could throw in there, but in that group, when you get to the knockout stage, I was thinking Australia would be there for sure. So that is quite surprising.
We'll take a break. Coach Hood, Greg Hudson, going to join us. Chad says we still need an all-time intern list. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put 2 people on that list right now. You ready? First person I'm putting all-time Pirate Radio intern list, Clip Brock.
Yep.
Clip Brock, former Pirate Radio intern.
Number 2.
Has really turned out to be something. Also, on that all-time intern list, my man, you know him, long snapper, formerly in life, Chandler Hunnicutt.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the list.
Yes, sir. Glad to be a part of the club. We are all interns.
Clip Brock, Chandler Hunnicutt on the all-time interns list. Who else will fill out that starting 5?
All-American intern, right here and right here.
We will find out later on. Back with you after this.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl.
In case you didn't know,
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit elitepoolsnc.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near the Cracker Barrel. Catch a movie on Greenville's largest screen in the Elite Theater or take advantage of great deals such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays. You can get movie tickets today at gtcinemas.com. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style at Golden Ticket Cinemas. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Johnny Stats is the best. We put out the Johnny Stats call earlier?
Bat signal.
Like the bat signal.
The stats to consider.
Coach Hud.
Who's Johnny Stats?
Greg Hudson's here.
Hi.
Johnny Stats is Johnny Robertson. If we have a question specifically related to ECU baseball, he has the
Greg,
answer.
I could dig into that now.
So
baseball numbers are a blast.
I said earlier, 4 former Pirates, if the playoffs started today, would be in the Major League Baseball postseason. Alec Burleson, Connor Norby, Jeff Hoffman, and Gavin Williams. He says East Carolina, and we said, well, would that be the most players from any school in the postseason? Johnny said East Carolina and Florida are the only schools with 4 players on the rosters of the 12 MLB teams that would be in the playoffs. 9 schools have 3 players.
Wow. Long Beach Poly.
Thank you, Johnny, for coming up with that for us.
Colleges.
Coach Hud is in the house.
There's a couple of things I want to do this hour with Coach Hud.
Oh, okay.
Permission.
Should we talk about him?
No, just a couple of.
Does he need?
get a
Do you need
permission
consent?
No, just a couple of flip throughs.
Oh yeah. Let's do one right now. Let's kick it off, Chandler.
All right.
Because we have
You know
not
what
done.
coaches will say about stats a lot of times.
Yeah, they're for losers.
Figures lie and liars figure.
Well, you know what Brian Bailey says about stats?
Shirley's got that for us, I think.
Brian Bailey says this.
He has an interest.
It's a statistic you can look at.
Hit it again. Sorry.
The stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
The stats are a statistic you can look at. Think about that, Coach Hud.
Wow.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Was he on Kramer? Or Seinfeld?
Colorado State.
All right, we haven't done them yet.
All right.
State.
Played well last year against Colorado on nationally
Epic.
televised
I
game.
was just about to bring that up.
My mom told me to take off my hat when I talked to somebody.
Oh, yeah.
The head coach,
That
who
game.
used to be an assistant for Barry Alvarez way back in the day when Coach Al took over Wisconsin.
Former head coach for Jack Powers.
At Nevada.
Yes.
He is a big fan of, I should say, Jay Norvell.
Jay Norvell. That was one of the craziest
Harley
games.
guy.
Okay.
I remember being in Boone in my hotel watching that game. But
flagrant hit.
Yeah.
Nah, it was
Late
they called
hit.
late hit, but a hit like that in that game was coming.
And guess what?
Gotta
They
give
got
him
him.
one.
They got him again this year. This time.
Well, they play every year, don't they?
In Fort Collins.
Yeah, and they play early. They always play in September.
That final score was 43-35.
Sonny Lubick got that place rocking and rolling. He was a hurricane.
Oh, okay. Who do we think of when we think of Colorado State?
Man,
I want to say there was.
I know they do great in California, Southern California in recruiting.
I mean, a guy I went to long snapping camps with played there, but other than that, I got nothing.
What was that fella's name?
Ross Ryder.
Of course, Ross Ryder.
He's pretty good.
They had a guy who was a big defensive end, I think. I'm going defense on whatever you pick.
I'm thinking of a running back. Colorado. Man,
They started wearing people out. He was one of the guys that started going to those 3 tight end sets. Beautiful place, though.
You like Colorado?
That stadium and that surrounding is beautiful.
You played there, coached there?
Yeah.
Who's the running back I am thinking of?
Shaquille Barrett, edge rusher
He's
for
a good player.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Former Ohio State Buckeye head coach went there after his termination in Columbus.
They have a long
Earl
list
Bruce.
of alumni. Trey McBride is a good player who currently is in the NFL from Colorado State. Chandler, can you look up where Phil Steele has Colorado State finishing this year in the Mountain West?
Yes. And by the way, a guy that just retired, Michael Gallup.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Colorado State.
Just retired.
Mountain West. They have, Phil Steele has them finishing
third.
Where are they at?
Fifth. Actually, tied for fourth.
Oh,
you're not far off, Coach.
Tied for fourth.
Boise State, UNLV, Fresno State. Actually, he's got 3 teams. 4 teams tied for fourth. Phil, make up your mind, dude.
Fresno should always be good.
Oh, they are, especially when I'm controlling them.
Because they can get anybody in school.
Do you know what the V is? The
V?
Valley, the V that they have on the field, on their apparel.
No, I don't.
You're not familiar on their helmet. Something with the Valley and something that I've looked it up numerous times over the years, but don't know fully what it is. I was watching a show. Somebody was making fun of your coach there at Notre Dame.
Who? Oh, they're probably imitating Lou.
No. They the coach
Freeman?
now, Freeman.
Marcus?
Yeah. He put out some videos.
Oh, man. Did they do the Mission Impossible thing again?
This year they did the what's the
Wall
movie?
Street?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
Did you see that?
God.
It wasn't terrible. I don't think it was that bad.
You're trying too hard.
Yeah. But these are social media things. This isn't probably his idea. Somebody came to him and said,
I'm
hey.
saying it's at gunpoint.
Right. Yeah. You see how much we're paying you? You'll do this. But
yeah,
I don't know.
For that.
Coach, are you kind of glad, or would you have enjoyed it to be in the social media coaching era where you had to do funny things like this? Like, that really wasn't a part of it when you were coaching.
No.
Would you have enjoyed it?
Maybe. As long as I had control of the content.
Because, well, I don't know.
What is it
about
called?
that.
Creative control?
Yeah.
If I can have that, if I can have creative control and have, some say and some lines.
So you're like Hulk Hogan. You're like, yeah, I'll be in your company if I can write every match and determine my outcome.
Good. That's a great job by him.
Despite how intimidating you were and how terrified Shirley Rhodes was of you when you were coaching, you did have a good sense of humor. So I could see you playing a good part.
Harmless.
Come on, man. Your motorcycle, your stone cold look, your voice.
Come on, man.
You get that deep voice sometimes.
Come on.
Yeah. You know what you're doing. You know the vibe you're putting off. You got to be a badass defensive coordinator. You don't want to be a softy. You got to put that out.
It's a game. It's a game.
It's all
There's a ball, and we play. They don't say work. It's called play. We go play.
Playing the character. We've already got some questions from Hoosier.
Who's your daddy?
I feel like
how many is Indiana going to win this year?
We've kind of addressed this, have we not, Jamie? He said, I've been trying to get this in for a while now. How much of a problem were steroids when he played? Yeah, we did talk about this because you said they weren't a problem.
They were
great.
They were great. Bring them back.
They were readily available.
You can get your hand on anything. You can get it today.
Right. Yeah.
You're just gonna get a positive test.
Yeah. Back then, was there testing, or did you?
It started cranking up.
Yeah. What are we talking? 80s?
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
And then there was a big movement in the nutritional platforms, and that's when everybody was cranking out protein powders and putting a little too much sugar in it.
I wonder what the list is like now. Maybe Coach Hud, where don't they have to have a list where it says these cannot enter your body?
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, how long is that? That's got to be a pretty lengthy list. Yeah.
Very long.
To the point where I believe some of these guys are true when they say they took like a headache medicine or something and they get popped for something.
Well,
Carson Wisenhunt.
Well,
yeah.
Unless they're a baseball player from the Dominican. The one guy had a good one the other day. It was something for a fertility drug. Maybe he was telling the truth. I don't know. But that was a good one.
I remember.
Hadn't heard that one.
Trying to have a kid with my wife. Look, and you're suspending me. Come on.
Isn't there an energy drink that you can't drink because
Celsius?
Man, they're all bad.
NCAA athletes are not allowed to drink Celsius.
That's funny. When you can drink like a Monster or a whatever.
But they say you can't drink Celsius, but you have to drink like.
It's probably because they're not a sponsor.
You have to drink like 30 in a week for it to like show up on the test.
Right.
Wow.
How often do you have drug tests now?
The institutions do it randomly. The NCAA also does it randomly, but I believe they do it twice a year.
They used to.
And they also do it before postseason.
Back in the day, you knew when the test was coming because that was when a certain AD was around. That was one of his jobs, to moderate the drug testing.
Did you have a buddy in your science class you'd get to help you out with that?
No.
Okay, just curious.
I do remember we had a guy test positive for nasal spray, and it's a stimulant.
Wow.
But he was, it says 1 pump per nostril. No, I'm guaranteed it was 15 a nostril. Or poured it down doing a headstand. Poured it down his nose.
Jamie says, also.
Are they a problem?
This is an NFL question, I guess. Is it better to be a win now team when it comes to salary cap space, or be stingy with your money? Eagles win now, Colts stingy. Few free agent signings. I mean,
depends on your roster.
What's the goal?
You can't make that decision based on what they didn't do. You got to look at why they didn't do it, instead of just, they just didn't sign any money in free agency, so they weren't aggressive, and they've got a different perspective. They may have, based on what they did last year, which was an improvement. And Brian Mason was a grad assistant from at Purdue. He's the special teams coordinator there.
Where at?
At the Colts.
Indy? Huh.
Yeah. He was, prior to that, he was at Notre Dame, and they blocked all those punts that year. He's really good.
You bring up a good point, though. If you've got Hurts and all the weapons that Philly has, you need to. Your window is now. If you've got the youngster Anthony Richardson, you got some years.
Or the owner walks down and says, "Here's the ones we got, boys. Here's what we paid them. Coach them better."
Okay.
Or I'll find somebody that can. That's usually what happens.
You can go that route as well. Jamie also says Indiana is going to a bowl. The Marlboro man, Kirk Cignetti, is there, ready to take them to a bowl.
Good coach. Really good coach. Tough league.
Tough leg.
Tough.
Skip, you're naming Colorado Buffaloes, not Colorado State Rams.
Look at their schedule.
He said Rashawn Salam and Ray Caruth. Wrong school.
Ray Caruth.
And why would you bring up Ray Caruth?
Don't bring up that guy.
Say Eric Bieniemy or something if you're talking about Colorado, not Ray Caruth. Greg Hudson joining us, Pirate Radio Studios.
Good to be here.
Coach Hud.
Yeah.
Tim Pernetti is the new commissioner of the American. Do you know him?
Nope.
All right.
Did he go somewhere that I should, and I've just screwed up by saying that?
No. Coach Mack said he's kind of been a TV guy. Although he was a football player.
Is he a culture guy?
He played at Rutgers. He was the athletic director at Rutgers as well.
He's a handsome fella.
Didn't I send you a text about culture?
Maybe. Yeah. It's a great buzzword that is overused.
Yeah.
Time and time again. Who are you looking for?
The Hoosier Domes.
Oh, okay. He's having to go way.
I saw USC and I was like, "Oops, wrong section."
He's going way back in the Big Ten race here.
They're probably ranking them by how successful they'll do, so they're way in.
They are, yeah.
They are.
So this is a problem for Jamie.
Right there.
Here we go.
Last year, 3-9, new coach, so you can't tell them.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and add them to the thumb down. When I think of Indiana, I think of Antoine Randall L.
Boy, tough to defend because they were running the option. We coached against them when I was at Cincinnati.
He played quarterback, right?
Yeah, and then he was receiver for Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, and
good player.
Kind of a bust for Washington, but good player.
He was good, solid player.
Return man, receiver in the NFL.
Stuck around for a while.
So Indiana 3-9 last year.
Where's the prediction?
New coach.
He does not.
Well, they don't do like a record prediction, but you can see where he has them predicted in the Big Ten, which is all those pages you flip through. If you go back to the beginning of the Big Ten, you will see all of the.
Go back all 18 pages.
I think it's in the other book, actually. Because the Big Ten has 1 million teams now. What is it, 18? Is that right?
For now.
That is nuts.
It'll grow.
The Big 18.
Aaron, I just stopped again because I saw the duck. These guys.
All right.
These guys are going to be good.
One more flip, and it'll show you where Indiana is preseason.
Let me start and go backwards.
12 out of 18.
12 out of 18.
He's got your Purdue Boilermakers at 17 out of 18.
But stay on that.
Tied for last.
Stay on that Indiana page because I want to look at their schedule to see if they can get to 6 wins.
No.
What do you mean no? We're on the radio. What does that mean?
No. Not going to happen.
Wait, no means no? Who are you pointing at?
USC.
USC.
Yeah. So are they just going to get run all over?
I don't think so.
They're going to play defense?
It'll be better.
Okay. Did they bring in somebody new?
You can load up and stop the run. They'll just it'll be recess out there, which they should be better at because that's what they see on offense every day in practice.
Chandler, let's do the win-loss for Jamie's Hoosiers this year. Who do they open up with?
They start off with FIU at home.
I'll give them a W there.
Then they have Western Illinois,
2-0.
At UCLA, which is in LA.
Did you hear Deshaun Foster's press conference?
And that's why I'm going with a dub on the road. I'm going Cignetti against him. It might be a butt whooping.
Poor Deshaun. Great player. Awful speaker.
Man, he was.
He got lost in the lights or something.
They finish off non-con with Charlotte.
How many conference games do they play? 9?
Tell me that Charlotte's there.
Yeah, it's at Indiana.
They will heckle him with
the Biffer?
The Biff.
Are they 4-0, Coach? Wow.
Then they have Maryland
at
home, at Northwestern. Bye.
Northwestern went to a bowl last year.
All right, we'll call it an L, 4-2.
But they had a senior team.
Nebraska at home.
Loss.
4-3.
At home against Washington.
Loss.
At Michigan.
4-5.
At Michigan State.
Loss. Oh, wait.
Good grief, Jamie. You better get wins early.
That's a pick 'em.
Yeah, they can beat Michigan State. We'll give them around 5-5 at this point.
Then you're at home against Michigan.
Or should I say 5-4? Loss. 5-5.
All right, then you have a bye. Then at Ohio State.
Loss, and it's all going to come down to the Boilers.
Game.
Jamie, your season will be determined week 12 against Purdue.
Can you get bowl eligible?
And if they can start it off like they did my son's last year when he picked the ball off on 3rd down, they'll win.
All right, there you go. Need a little
first series.
Garrett Hudson magic.
Right.
Who was the Purdue coach when Drew Brees was there?
I'm looking right at his face right now.
I am too.
From Wyoming. He was awesome. The bubble screen guru.
See, Purdue football coaches.
Boy, I can't believe that just slipped my mind.
I'm thinking of, it's not Pat, is it? It's it is
he just passed
Joe
away.
Tiller. Man.
He just passed away a couple years ago.
Man, R.I.P. Joe Tiller.
Was a very nice human being.
And boy, since then, Coach, they have not had a lot of hope. They had Danny Hope. He went 22 and 27.
The guy
Jeff Brom did a good job.
The guy that's at Southern Illinois, maybe in hindsight, they should have made him the head coach.
Who's that? Do you know that name?
He was the D coordinator for Tiller.
Oh, okay. Daryl
Hazel,
9 and 33. Yikes. Jeff Brom, 36 and 34.
Is Brian Brom who took over for him when he took
Louisville?
So Jeff Brom went to Louisville. Then is Brian Brom related to him?
It's his brother.
Oh, okay.
And Greg Brom is on the staff.
The Brom brothers, the Brom bros.
Where you can hire your family basically, and nobody says much about it in football, but you know,
Bronny James,
nepotism.
I mean, everybody freaks the hell out. I mean, give me a break. The guy's the all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, everything.
How many owners' sons are working in the administration for an NBA team?
I said that I would. So the Hornets had the what pick? 5 or whatever.
6.
I was like,
take it.
Let's say LeBron went to Charlotte, and they made us draft Bronny with that pick. Would you take that? 100%, right? Yeah, I don't.
Hell yeah.
There's no reason to. Everything LeBron does makes noise, but hey, you look at East Carolina, like Court Shankweiler went to ECU when Steve Shankweiler was here. Why was he here? Not that he couldn't have played football elsewhere, but I'm saying that's why he was here. Because his dad was here. Yeah. Anyway. Tim Pernetti. He had kind of an idea, Coach. It sounded like, anyway, he was proposing a group of 5 or maybe I turned it into this. So the group of 5.
It's 4.
There's a power 4 and a group of 5.
Yeah.
The group of 5 is AAC, Mountain West,
Sunbelt.
Conference USA, Fun Belt, MAC.
Macadamia.
Yes.
Yep.
The highest ranked champion out of that group is going to the playoffs, at least for the next 2 years. That's how it's written.
Mm-hmm.
He says that some of these champions will not be in the playoff, but they deserve to be in a playoff instead of some bowl game. It sounded like he was thinking about creating a group of 5 playoffs.
Why not?
I am with you. The reason why not
separate ourselves.
What Pirate fans will say is we're already admitting we're not part of the big group. Is the why not there? Say hello.
You already are. It's Power 5.
I know, but we don't like.
It's already written down.
We don't like to think about that way, Coach.
Well, quit thinking.
I like the idea of
You want one of those big silver trophies that says champion on it?
I like the idea.
And just keep playing
of a tournament of champions. So let's say Boise State wins, is the highest ranked champion out of the Mountain West. They go to the playoff. That leaves East Carolina, the AAC champion, App State, the Sun Belt champion, Liberty, the Conference USA champion, and Toledo, the MAC champion. Put them four in a tournament of champions.
Exactly.
I like that way better than a bowl game, personally. People disagree with me, but I like that idea.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like all of it. Keep playing.
Play for something.
And you can get a great TV deal with it. Put it at a neutral site. What's the incentive for players? Well, they get part of it. Now you can pay them. They get part of the cake.
Get a little scratch.
Yeah. Forget an Xbox. You get a wad of money. Just lay it on your hotel bed. Alex Harper.
Just cash app them all.
Yeah. Screw cash. They'll put it directly in your phone right now.
Just give them poker chips. Oh, wait. That's how guys cheat. I'm sorry.
Which
I don't do that anymore.
By the way, revenue sharing is a term that college folks are going to have to learn here. It's not just pro sports soon, right?
Yeah.
Colleges are going to start paying directly.
The kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to offer them, a value or a payment for their name, image, and likeness. Set rate.
And this would be separate from NIL.
You can still have NIL.
You can. I'm curious if that would deter people from it if they're getting paid elsewhere.
You got to make a decision. Am I going to take this, or am I going to roll the dice and take, not take that and do some other ones, or am I going to do them? Can I do them both? It depends on what your time allotment's allowed and stuff like that. The other thing is, did you see? Is it Georgia that's openly said that they're fining the players money?
No,
it's awesome.
Oh wow, there you go. How's that feel, Alex?
Break the bank, man.
That's fine with me.
So what do you get fined for? Like what?
Missed class.
Okay.
Late for meeting. I mean, you walk into a late meeting in the NFL, they just go 1,000.
Yeah.
5.
I'm totally fine with that, actually.
Just do what you're told.
Do the right thing. You want
do
to
you
worry
think
about
we ever get to a point where leagues like the UFL or something will just allow kids to go out of high school and not play in college?
It's really getting close to that.
Because we're almost getting to a point like with some of if you're a top 5, like if you're a 5-star number 1 prospect,
it's politically maybe and socially a little bit. It's almost like you're encouraging a guy not to pursue an education. It's sort of like you're
kind of a farce anyway.
It's sort of like you could say it's a farce, but statistically, people with degrees are going to make more money or could have a chance. Statistically, not as broad as it used to be.
Sure, but a lot of those guys aren't going.
I think they need to bring trades back. Trades
in college,
everywhere. Teach trades, co-ops.
Oh, I thought you meant allow trading of players.
They already are.
I see what you're saying, Alex. Why would the 5-star guy go to the UFL instead of going to Alabama?
There's such a risk of injury. That's another factor. You're going to go there and you're not going to develop.
But as far as money, you get paid more to go to college than go to the UFL.
You're going to run out in the UFL.
I guess you're saying maybe they do. Was it like Herschel Walker or who got the huge deal back in the day in the spring league? Like Walker. If they offer a player millions.
Rocket got back in the day 21 million or 19 million back in the late 80s.
He didn't go right to the NFL?
To go to Canada.
Oh, that's right, yeah. But maybe, okay, Alex, so if they're saying, hey, this the Birmingham Stallions are offering $10 million for you to come play, maybe that would entice somebody. But if everything's equal, I think a player would probably rather go to school and be a big man on campus and play in front of thousands.
It'll be if they do that, that'll be full of a lot of non-qualifiers.
What do you mean?
They can't get in school, or
Oh, right.
Probably going to go to junior college.
You kind of need to take that route,
and you still got to be good enough,
right? Jamie says, will there be an NFL G League? Are there enough bodies? Is there enough? There's just so many players.
UFL.
Well, the SEC is kind of the
you
G
don't
League,
need
right? Let's take a break. Long segment there. Long opening with Coach Hud, Greg Hudson. It's just a stream of consciousness. We have no plan at all. We just kind of go where we go. Coach Hud will say something, and we'll just go off that.
There you go.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We'll get our Fleet Feet rundown when we return after these words.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
This is Dr. Andrew Bridgeforth from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Pitt County Schools is in the people business, and we are hiring. If you're looking to make a difference by helping us ensure the future of Eastern North Carolina, we invite you to be part of our dynamic team. If you're just starting out or exploring a career change, the doors of one of Pitt County's largest employers are open for those seeking competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities. We offer learning support and advanced leadership opportunities to better prepare our educators and skilled labor force. If you want to be part of an award-winning school system that focuses on educating students and growing our employees, we encourage you to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you higher. To fill out an application, please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, and help us engage, empower, and elevate through 38 schools and 1 community.
Pirate fans, the 2024 ECU football season will be here before you know it, and season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your season tickets to be a part of the Dowdy Ficklin experience all year long. Season tickets start as low as $115. Payment plans are also available to fans who lock in their seats early. Just head to ECUPirates.com or call the athletic ticket office at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. We look forward to seeing you in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium in 2024.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
This is ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Haven't been paying attention to it really, but Alex, the sport you enjoy in this year's Olympics is currently going on. Little rugby action.
Synchronized swimming.
Chandler and I do synchronized sitting. We're pretty good at it.
Have you ever seen the Saturday Night Live synchronized swimming
with Martin Short?
Martin Short.
Yes, it's hysterical.
So good. That is so good.
Google it up. Scott, our Maryland listener, says promotion and relegation is a hot topic. Nobody's going to do it. I want to do it, but they won't do it.
Say it again.
Relegation, like the European soccer leagues where... Let's say you connected to conferences. So AAC is connected to the ACC. Yeah. Bottom two teams of the ACC drop.
No.
Top two go up.
Ain't happening.
I know. I would love it. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
Even, I mean, can you imagine, not just moving up, but trying to avoid moving down?
It's already happened.
With a
bunch of teams,
realignment.
With teams that,
Yeah,
South
UCF moved up.
Yeah. South, it's happening.
That's a good point. Let's get our Fleet Feet rundown. Alex, can you tell us about our fine friends at Fleet Feet?
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Alex Collins.
You a Jim McKay fan?
That's the running back I was thinking of. Did
Arkansas?
he go? Well, why did I think he went to Colorado State?
He went to Arkansas.
I'm an idiot, man.
You said it. We didn't.
Coach Hood.
Jim McKay
I'm
fan?
the idiot.
Is that her?
No, but he was the best Olympic announcer.
Coach, I'm not 73 years old like you are.
It's 57. Don't flip those numbers around just yet.
I think Costas is my Olympics guy, probably.
He's good.
I think that's who I think of with NBC in the Olympics.
He's good.
Who does it now? Like Tirico or something?
Yes.
Mike Tirico, which I like Mike Tirico.
He's good.
Coach Hood.
What you got?
Coach Mack made me feel better the other day because Coach Mack
culture
is not an ECU homer. In fact, he comes in here wearing his Virginia Tech Hokie clothes. He would just as soon talk SEC and Big Ten than talk ECU football. So he's not just going to blow smoke. I am very worried that after this 2-year window of the 12-team playoff where a Group of 5 team has an automatic bid in, I'm worried that they're going to take that away. Coach Mack says he thinks there will be a spot for them moving forward in the future. So that made me feel a lot better. And now Coach Hood's going to tell me the same thing, right?
Yep. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you last time. No.
No means no.
Just my opinion.
I tend to agree.
I'm only saying this. Let me give you why. Listen. The president's vote on it, conference commissioners, to vote on this with it set now at 4, which means they are voting collectively to eliminate somebody that's already in the room. They're going to take somebody out to add somebody after 2 years. So they're not going to vote. They're not going to vote to bring in an extra member.
Coach Mack said that there would be enough pushback, but my question is from who? From fans?
They better bring 2 and let them play each other first.
Meaning what? What do you mean?
They're going to get whacked.
Okay. Well,
Not
that
whacked,
means that one of the big boys gets to advance another round.
True.
But then again, if
I just don't think the votes will be, yes, I'm going to vote to bring them in.
I know.
And it potentially could cost me casting this vote for my school, say Oregon State, you know.
And I don't hate it because I'm not going to be hypocritical about it. If East Carolina was one of the big boys, I wouldn't want another small guy to get in. So I'm not going to – I understand it. I don't like it, but it's the way of the world. John, what do you think? 3 years from now, will a group of 5 school be invited to the playoffs? Yes or no?
I say yes.
And John knows his stuff.
He's been here 8 years.
When do you think, I was thinking about this during the break, when do you think they'll announce the new deal or the new playoff format? Will they let this one go through? Will they at least let one go through?
Well, they want to have.
They'll let this one go through, and then I guess I'm thinking it's going to be next year, but is it in the middle of the?
Greg, I was asking Chandler, our main analyst.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, buddy.
No, I was just going to say, is it in the middle of the season? I think it's going to be somewhere next season. Is it at the beginning, middle, or the end is my question.
So they let this first one go through,
Yes.
and they do it at, what do you think, Coach Hudd?
I think they string it along as long as they can to keep viewers and listeners tuned in to keep the ratings up.
But they already know what they're going to do. So who actually, help me understand, who determines this?
Presidents.
The presidents of
the
universities. Every university?
No.
What universities?
Well, the ones that are in that league.
In the FBS.
Correct.
Okay.
Why not the athletic directors?
They're involved with their influence to the president.
Right. Yeah, maybe they
and then
give their answer.
The commissioner of the league.
Huh.
You know, that's what happened. I mean, that was the fall of the West Coast Conference. They got bad information, and allegedly a professor convinced the president of Arizona State to vote against accepting the $30 million offer. And this guy had him convinced that they could get more, like $40 million, and they said, no, we want 40. And ESPN said, see ya. And then the next day, the league was over. And then what did Arizona State do? They ducked their head and ran to the 12.
Big 12.
Big 12.
Yep.
They were one of the first. They're ready, set, go.
Scott, so we're kind of talking about group of 5 access. Scott is talking about number of teams. Do you think they raise the number? He said, do you think they go to 14 teams 3 years from now? Or stick at 12? Do they go to 16? Yeah.
I see 16.
16? Keep it moving.
But you're going to be playing until St. Patrick's Day if you're not careful. I mean, you're going to the 20th. I mean, you're literally back in the next semester cranked up in class. But, you know, if everything's online.
Yeah. Hey, as a fan, trust me, I'm for it. I mean, I don't know what the players
Oh, it's happening. It's not stopping.
If they increase the playoff, did they shorten the regular season? Do you ever see them doing that?
No.
Go back to 11 games?
No
games?
way. You kidding me?
More.
That was the reason for the 12th game. It helped the budgets.
Alex, I mean, you get in that grind of a season, or if you're going for the ultimate goal in the playoff, do you care if it's another 3 or 4 weeks? I mean,
yeah.
It's long,
yeah,
man.
absolutely.
It's long. It's long.
Yeah.
You guys are all having fun.
Yeah.
They're getting their brains beat in, and we don't see our family, and we're tucked away in a hotel.
Y'all don't get to
watching
eat
film.
wings and drink beer while you're coaching or playing in the game? Like we do, watching it?
No.
Damn.
Some people think that I do, but
You know, there was a time that you had bowl practice and you had 2-a-days.
During bowl practice in December?
Yes.
And that's fun, right?
I mean, there was a stretch, I think, for like 10 or 12 years. It was Notre Dame, Penn State, Florida State all went to January 1 bowls. It was a hell of a run. And they were all going on 10-day trips. Notre Dame wasn't as long, but I know Penn State. I think they were down there 10 days. And man, they were getting ready for next year as much as anything.
Well, let me ask you this: does the opinion change when you go from player to coach, Coach Hudd? Like we talked to Mike Schwartz just a minute ago. They're going to the Bahamas next week. In conjunction with that, he got 10 extra practices, which he loves. So, did you enjoy the extra practice as a coach, or were even you like?
It depends
enough's enough?
It depends on how the schedule is. Number one thing on the bowl games. morale. You better have a great place to stay. You better have money in their pocket, and it better be more than the other team. So you got to find that out. And then you better feed them great. Not good, great. Because the team with the lowest morale usually loses.
So that's why Alex wants his nice bowl trip.
You want to make sure when you walk up there, trust me, when the players get together for the first time, it's, hi, how you doing? Where you from? How much money did you get? And if you got, well, we got $300. Oh, man, they only gave us $280. Boom.
I will give credit to Coach Houston and his staff. The Birmingham Bowl trip was awesome because of every reason Coach Hudge just said.
Where did you guys stay? Did you stay out in at where the mall was, the Marriott that's connected to the mall?
No, I think
out where the out in Hoover,
something like that. I know we purposely stayed because
there
was like nothing cool within walking.
There was nothing for the guys to do, but we were connected to the mall with some restaurants and some stuff like that. And they actually had a decent time.
We actually stayed next to a Dave & Buster's.
Well, I guess that's fun.
I've never been to one.
But you can take all the bowls, take them all, wrap them up, throw them in the garbage. You go to the Hawaii Bowl. It's on.
The ultimate.
And that was maybe the greatest Jedi mind trick morale influence by our head coach in the history of bowl games.
Why? What do you mean?
We eliminated some things that we had all scheduled and planned to do because the kids were practicing hard and we had their attention. They were behaving. And so we did a little less and less meeting and stuff like that. But practice was hard. But they had free time. We went to the events. We had a good time. We went to the water park in Hawaii and had a damn blast, believe it or not. And we had great, great morale. And that really was the change of our program that led us through the next 2 years.
It showed on the field. Great game against Boise State.
We got off the plane. We landed in Hawaii, and we went to the stadium and ran for a while.
That ain't great for morale. But then later in the week, you rewarded them for their efforts.
You know, you staircase the curfew. You know, no curfew for the first 48. And you gotta drop it down.
So y'all know what you were doing, and it showed.
And you only got to send a guy home once. You know, we sent a guy home from El Paso, Texas, at Minnesota, and put him on a Trailways bus to Cleveland.
That's old school. Right there. I couldn't imagine that happening now.
What did he do?
He came in way late. He was starting corner.
Where were you? Wait,
Minnesota.
So Sun Bowl, I guess?
Yeah, we were in El Paso for the Sun Bowl. Great
Did he go to Juarez? Did he go to Mexico? He get lost or something?
I don't know. It was the first night.
Was Gary Hahn there?
He sent him home, baby.
Good question.
Because our ops guy said, I'm going to put him on a Greyhound, and the head coach snapped around and said, with a couple adjectives, put him on Trailways, Greyhounds tooth and knife.
Not even give him the good bus. Shirley, take us to break. We'll come back more with Coach Hud, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday.
I think it was like 38 hours.
Jamie's asking about your bowl history. What bowl games did you play in while at Notre Dame? We'll answer that after this.
Yeah.
Party like a pirate, Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party.
Hey, Pirate Nation, it's Pirate Steve.
And Lady Pirate Marissa.
Join us August 29th at the State Theater in Greenville, North Carolina for the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party.
Yep, 6 p.m. and we're going to be joined by Blake Kroll, a former pirate and American Idol singer. You don't want to miss it.
Go Pirates.
Arr. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
Pestech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pestech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pestech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pestech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting Pirates.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy Mug Monday with custom butt cups. Tuesday and Wednesday we have local acoustic night. Thursday night we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. So come twirl around and have a buckin' good time. And don't forget your Sunday Fun Day Cornhole Tournament with the ECU Club Cornhole team at 3 p.m. Check out the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and events. Y'all come get bucked up.
Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. Experience the ultimate movie magic with their Elite experience. The Elite Theater has the largest screen in Greenville, state-of-the-art 4K laser projection, immersive Dolby Atmos sound, and heated luxury recliners. And coming soon, Eastern North Carolina's only IMAX theater. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Beauty Bar Medi-Spa has an online auction coming up that you do not want to miss. Featuring several ECU-themed bundles, football tickets, tailgate necessities, coolers, a Blackstone griddle, pirate swag, gift cards, and so much more, your online one-stop fan shop for ECU Athletics goes live July 15th through the 26th. The best part, 100% of online auction proceeds will be donated directly to Riley's Army as part of Beauty Bar Medi-Spa's Give Back program. Riley's Army works to support children with cancer and their families, all right here in Eastern North Carolina. Shop the auction online July 15th through the 26th at beautybarmedispa.com.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
The Holton Ehler Show.
ECU quarterback Caden Hauser.
What are some guys that have stood out that fans can look forward to this fall?
I keep saying Anthony Smith has been really good. He just came in from NC State. I feel like me and him have a really good connection, even with the spring game and throughout the whole spring practices. I feel like we've definitely had a connection. Winston Wright as well, and the slot came in from Florida State, and even Chase. Chase has been here, so it's good to talk with him and have his experience from last year, and him coming from Colorado, kind of have similar experiences, and then just building that connection even on the weekends, just throwing one-on-ones by ourselves and just getting that work in extra. It's been really coming together when we go into practice.
The Holton Ehler Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio, bringing you the best content on air and on digital. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. 5th Street serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Plus, brunch starts at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. You can follow 5th Street on Instagram for the latest events and specials. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room right beside the State Theater in downtown Greenville. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music for Pirates in Eastern North Carolina. They are open 7 days a week, and they've got a great lineup of bands performing this week. Coming up on Friday, it'll be the Eric Dunlow Band, and then Saturday, it'll be the JP Guns Band performing. And ladies, as always, you get in free all weekend long. Check them out on Instagram and Facebook for the latest, and we will see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Just started
back with you, Pirate Radio Live.
93. Go to my coaching career.
Oh, okay. So 92.
93. Should be the second Cotton Bowl.
Okay. So, they played A&M back-to-back?
Yeah.
93 and 94?
Yeah.
Notre Dame 24, A&M 21 in the Cotton Bowl.
And then we stayed up till about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning waiting to hear the announcement that we were going to be national champs, or at least split it with Florida State.
And I wanted to ask you about that.
And we didn't get it. And they said head-to-head competition, but 2 years prior, we beat Miami in head-to-head competition, same record. They gave it to Miami.
For you young folks out there.
We also had the NBC contract. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe, possibly, that the media didn't like that at the time. Not that I'm insinuating that by bringing it up. But what I'm saying is that's a possibility.
By the way, Coach Hud has never said anything, but has said a whole lot. I don't know. Trust me, that's how it works with him. Folks, there used to be, we used to end college football seasons, and then we just kind of decide who's going to be the champion. There was no plate on the field. So as bad as things are now in college athletics, that's one thing that's gotten better. At least we have a championship.
It's never been wrong. All the BCS, who was a champion that wasn't? Yeah, you're right. They're number one.
But how about previously? Like Colorado split a championship with somebody one year, right? Like how lame was that?
Well, BYU and Georgia Tech split one, didn't they? Or BYU won.
I thought it was Colorado Tech and Georgia Tech. Colorado.
Well, there's been a couple.
Yeah.
And, we should have had 2 of them.
But you had how many?
Just the one.
One. Yeah.
Well, shouldn't say just. The one. But, I think once they got the BCS and, the voting was still there, just like they voted for who the championship was. Now they were just voting for who was going to play for it.
Right. But you like this format better than it was, correct? As far as determining a champion.
Now, yes.
Yeah.
But I like it with who's going to be in it. It's you're going to see the best 16 team or 12?
12 now, yeah.
You're going to see the 12. Now, I could say that maybe personally I like it also because, you could have a team like Notre Dame who's not in the conference, but you just got to come in 5th.
Right.
And you know what I mean?
And you get a home game.
It rewards a lot of the teams that have just been right on the edge. Right now, when some jobs were open, like Alabama, why would Lane Kiffin, besides the glamour and the money, leave, Mississippi to go over there right now?
That's a
when
good
he
example.
Can stay here. Man, I just got to come in 12th.
Right.
I can do that.
12th in the nation, like 5th in my own conference, and I'm in.
It's just if you're within a conference and you just, it's going to be tough for Iowa. They're going to have to win it, which they can.
If I'm Penn State, I'm a little nervous because you've already got Ohio State and Michigan. Will Michigan take a step back without Harbaugh? Perhaps.
Penn State just finds a way to get 2 losses. They just find a way.
Well, maybe more because now Oregon's coming.
Yeah.
And Washington's going to take a step back. New coach, new quarterback.
There will be an adjustment where you're going to see two loss teams are going to be in that 12.
Oh, yeah. True. Yeah. You just can't have that third loss probably unless you're in the SEC.
A third loss, LSU, they're pretty good.
And now we're going to see teams lose in their conference championship and go to a playoff.
Right.
Shirley, do you want to take one more break? Or, yep. Okay, let's get it. We'll take a timeout.
Is this a 30?
This is what happens when you go through like 35 minutes in the opening segment. A lot of breaks here at the end. Take a timeout, come back, wrap it up with Coach Hud when we return after this.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Let me tell you about what we have going on this month here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have no payments for 90 days on all Ram and Jeeps. We have the huge discount on all makes and models. So we're here to make deals this July and make this summer sales event. Also, we have a huge selection, over 100 used vehicles on the ground right now. We're here to make deals, so come check us out here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little, save a lot.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates! Do you know what today is? It's the $5.99 cheesesteak special day at Huckleburger. Bring the family to Huckleburger all day for one of the best delicious cheesesteaks at an unbelievable price, just $5.99. The Huckleburger cheesesteak special is good for dine-in or takeout in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington. Huckleburger, the fastest full-service restaurant in town. Meep, meep. Huckleburger, delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's summer sale time at Russell's in downtown Washington. I'm Rhonda Lyons and I have reduced prices on all your favorite men's and women's merchandise. Shop your favorite men's apparel at 20% off and all ladies merchandise is marked down 40%. It's our summer sale, save big and come see us now while selection is good and prices are even better. Because at Russell's, it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
This is Dixon Williams from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow closed today up 81 points at 39,935. The NASDAQ fell 160 points and finished at 17,181. S&P is down 27 at 5,399. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
We'll wrap it up like this. Jamie says Michigan takes a step back. Ohio State would be my preseason pick for national champion. Coach Hud will let you change your mind a few times between now and then, but late July, early champion for college football is who?
Man, I don't know.
All right, good answer.
Hey, man, I want to say Ohio State because they do have some really good players, but
Is it Ryan Day's day? Georgia's the favorite, followed by Ohio State. And then you got Texas, Oregon.
There's just
Ole
such
Miss.
another variable. I would guess also, but like, okay, I would look at a head coach's bowl record, and then you could look and say, okay, he's going to. But now you're going to play till January 20th.
Interested to see Ole Miss around the same odds as Alabama. What will DeBoer do year one in Tuscaloosa?
They'll do well.
Coach Hud, always enjoyed.
Thank you.
2 words.
Be nice.
We'll talk to you Friday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live for Shirley Rhodes, A. Harp, Chon, Coach Hud. I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of